Back?
Yeah, first time. It's been
Bam, we're live.
It's been like 8 months.
Are you glad to see him?
Yeah, it's really good to see them.
Crazy. Good morning. Sorry, go ahead, Caleb.
No, it is. It's super trippy. It's like
just not seeing him. Are you? I wonder what it's like. I don't see my kids for like 2 weeks. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't know if I've ever gone 2 weeks without seeing them. I don't even know if I've gone 2 days without seeing them. But I'll take them on these trips. Like I just went for 10 days to Greg's house, and I come back and I'm like, holy shit, they're different kids. I wonder if and I was with them every minute, but I can just tell something happened. I wonder if it's like that when even at your age, when you deploy for 8 months and you come back, if your parents are like, holy shit, Caleb's so different.
Yeah, probably. I think for us, we're just kind of used to like leaving and coming back, like at least like within my family.
Yeah.
So we always end up going to, like, my brother he like went off to school and I went off to school, and then we come back and my dad would deploy and that kind of thing. But I think every time we've left and come back, it's been like there's like a different chemistry.
Oh, wow. Is it usually for the better? Or it's not consistent. You don't know like that.
I'd say like with.
What if you send your kids away to college and they come back libtards? That happens. I had a friend who sent his kids to Stanford and now he doesn't talk to his kids anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they came back completely brainwashed.
Yeah, I suppose if you put them in that world for so long.
Yeah.
That's all they hear all the time, and they probably never leave the campus. They probably have everything within their. I don't know. Boston's also a weird place. So.
Brandon Waddell, Sevan, there are days I come home from work and I think my kids have changed in just the 8 hours I'm gone. Yeah, it's a trip, right? Such a trip. I had never heard. One of my sons does baby talk. Like he can talk like a baby and he does it and it drives me crazy. He does the shit with his mouth when he does it and it fucking drives me nuts. I can't stand it. And Avi never did that. And now Avi's 8 and I see him dabbling. He tried some baby talk on me like a little bit. About 2 weeks ago, he started and he's been trying a little bit every day with me. I'm like, hey, dude, I don't want to be a dick, but if you talk like that, I'm not talking to you. It's weird though, because like I don't want to stifle his creativity. I like the fact that like part of me is like, yeah, that's cool. He's working on voices. And then the other thing is like, I don't want to hear your baby talk. No, not like my whiny voice. Not like my whiny voice. I'm a fucking grown ass man. You watch how you talk to me. I'm a fucking artist. No, Beaver doesn't have kids. He's fucking not even 30.
Got a dog and a cat.
God, last night's show was huge, guys. What a trip. Huge. Like huge asshole. I've had some pretty interesting talks with. I don't even want to go there. I'm gonna try to avoid talking about game stuff. Let's start with this. Have you guys seen this? Kelly Slater. Do you guys know who that is? Kelly Slater. He surfs. You know who the surfer is? Kelly Slater. Everyone know who that is? 471. Kelly Slater.
Yep.
Kelly. Yeah. In the voice. Yeah, they can do crying, whining, and their regular voice. Those are their voices. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this. But first of all, it says here, my mom lost her jaw and tongue, and my mom lost feeling in her jaw and tongue and in her hands and feet. She has what seems to be some type of transverse myelitis. Kelly Slater says his mother developed a neurological disorder from COVID-19 vaccine. I just want you to hear a little bit of this. World's greatest surfer.
Very pro-vax. Very anti someone just doing their own thing, that have now either had themselves or someone else affected by the vaccine. A number of people I know, I've talked about this before, so a number of people I know died. I know a doctor who stopped administering in Australia because 2 or 3 of his patients died on the Sunshine Coast. My mom was personally affected. She lost feeling in her jaw and tongue and in her hands and feet. She has what seems to be some type of transverse myelitis. My friend's mother from Barbados right now is in the hospital in Florida, and she's dying slowly from the effects of the Pfizer vaccine. She's on a quick downward spiral, and they don't know how to fix it. It's baffling to me that anyone would be forced to continue forced to have a vaccine to keep their career, their job, their schooling, their place in society, their ability to go buy food in the store. All these things are, it's like a dystopian society to me. And I don't think people realize that, because it comes on in small waves that get you conditioned to being okay with this and then this and then this and then this rule. And man, it's wild. But if you want the vaccine, go get it. That's fine. I'd rather you not, because hey, if something did happen, you can't really reverse that. But don't force it on to me or my loved ones, and don't make me out to be a bad person because of it. Because if it works, then you're fine, and you shouldn't worry about me.
By the way, as Jim Cleese says, 7 out of 8 of those guys were at January 6th storming the Capitol. And that's a joke. That's a joke. And then look at Pink. I want you to look at it on the opposite end of this. We have Pink, the artist, and what a fucking joke. Did I send an exact link to the things?
Yeah,
Maybe
it popped up. I don't know what happened to it.
I think it did on the bottom. I can get it for you too in the private chat if you want. It's so crazy. I know, she is such a clown. What a joke of a fucking
Every time
human.
I click on it, it just goes to her.
Oh, her page.
Yeah.
Here, I got it right here. Don't worry.
It's almost like it's gone.
I got it right here. Bam. Pink, partnership with Pfizer Inc. And then it says #ad. It's so easy not to support fucking douche nozzles like this. And she wears cross earrings. Her God told her. Her God told her to go out and get the injection. Unfortunately, I was unaware of the first time I got COVID-19, so it's super important to me that everyone knows what risk factors may put them at high risk too. This is why I want to help people. No plan go when it comes to COVID-19. Know your risk for severe COVID. Plan what to do if COVID-19 strikes. Holy shit.
It's not a bomb.
Oh my, I know, it's so crazy. Who is that dude? That's Pink. That's the artist. That's like the badass artist who like dates the motorcycle dude. She's a fucking sellout of the highest order. What a joke. What a joke. But probably just a complete retard, probably completely clueless of the damage she's caused. I wonder if there's one person who saw that she took it and that pushed them over the edge and they took it and they died. Yeah, one of my family members got blood clots and ended up getting a hysterectomy because the military made it mandatory. That had nothing to do with the vaccine, though. Don't worry. Oh.
Ever have their uterus removed because of that?
Yes, I guess.
Oh, I guess they had a blood clot in their. Maybe.
I know, she used to be punk rock. It's punk rock. It's so trippy. What has happened? What has happened?
Tragedy.
I want to show you. Go ahead.
Every time I tried to click on that link, it would show it, and then it would like disappear. Like it would like.
You can't repost paid ads either, which is a trip. Like you can't repost stuff that's paid, or because sometimes, or I can't even find links to them sometimes. Sometimes like I'll see something cool on there.
Yeah.
Like something they're selling in a shop there that turns a rock into a necklace, and I want to send it to my wife. Maybe, I don't know,
for Christmas,
something for my kids to play with, and I can't do it. I want you to see this 453, and some of you, this is going to be like one of those things that only 1% of you might get, but I'm telling you, it's so fucking true. This is going to be the clip they're going to play in 10 years. I know it's no big deal. It's only CrossFit. Like, who cares? But this is the CrossFit.com black page, meaning that's what we used to call it when I worked at CrossFit Inc. This is the page where you don't put anything on that distracts from the methodology. We had a rule there. You never let anything cross the barrier from games into .com. Because once you do, you know that it's been bought. This is a giant sign that training's been compromised. It's over. I am showing you the artifact that is the beginning of the end of CrossFit Inc. I swear to you, you are looking at it. I'm not being dramatic. You are staring at it right dead in the face. This is CrossFit.com's Instagram account selling you fucking shit food. Sevan, I eat there. You can make clean choices there. There's plenty of fucking arguments. Plenty of fucking arguments that seed oils are worse than sugar. If you are still eating seed oils, if you don't look at the back of every fucking package of everything you buy, you better start. You better fucking start. Yeah, you better fucking start. You better not be feeding those to your kids. You're going to make them fat and they're never going to come back. They're never going to come back. This is completely insane. So this is something that Leif Edmondson, the guy who worked there, this would have never happened if he was there. This is a fucking scary, scary day for the CrossFit brand. I can't emphasize to you how bad the media department is there, whoever's in charge, that Allison lady. She belongs to Chris Spieler's gym, which I think is an affiliate just so it can get search engine optimization, but it's not actually an affiliate. There's some screwball shit going on over there. Bad move. There's no one at the helm anymore, people. This is the beginning of the end. If you like that brand, it's done. It's toast. Dick Butter. It's Don's fault. Just admit it. Stop sucking his nuts. I will not stop sucking his nuts. Oh, that could be a Dr. Seuss thing. Stop sucking his nuts. I will not stop sucking his nuts. You cannot make me stop sucking his nuts. His nuts are my nuts. Nuts are fun. Nuts are not dumb, Dick Butter. Go back to your mutter. Yeah, thank you. This is and that also shows that I'm not homophobic either. Just to stay
another great example. Yeah.
Thank you. I love nuts. I love sucking Don's nuts. Gay Dr. Seuss. This is so fucked up, dude. God, I used to love going to Chipotle. There was one right by my house in Berkeley.
Chipotle.
A Chipotle is what? How do you say it?
Chipotle.
I don't think it Hey, can you? No one ever messes up McDonald's, right?
No.
So
unless you're like French.
McDonald's. Hey, I'm torn. They need sponsors. Great, yeah. Get all the sponsors you want. You're not understanding what I'm saying, Spiegel. Do not let them cross the barrier. See how it's on the CrossFit Instagram. Pile as much of that shit up as you want at the games. All of it. Listen to me, people. Pile all of that up at the games. Never let that into it's in the methodology. The L1 is done. I cannot recommend the L1 anymore. The L1 is done. It's compromised. They're bought. They're bought. They are done. You have to donezo. It's done. The methodology has now taken money. It always starts off with, well, a little bit of the vaccine is okay for the elderly population. There's nothing in this. There's nothing at Chipotle that lines up with the CrossFit methodology. There's nothing over there that they have to offer. Nothing. You're not listening. Sevan sponsors want exposure. You're not listening. You're not fucking listening. You're not fucking listening. Here, I'll give you a metaphor for it. They're basically this. If someone said, I don't have a Paper Street Coffee tattoo or a California Hormones tattoo on my body. It's not. It's not. If I did, it would be a forever thing for me. It would be a forever. That's what you do when you let Chipotle in. They are now a forever mark on CrossFit. They are now influencing what is CrossFit. If CrossFit was something, they're now influencing it. It's like putting a chemical in the water and a frog grows a third leg, a fourth leg, a fifth leg. Yeah, they've cross-contaminated. Yeah, completely. It's fucked. It's done. It's the beginning. I swear to you. That's it. It's over. It's over. It's shit. Weird shit's gonna. Oh, dude, I'm listening every day. Well, thank you. I appreciate your loyalty. I want CrossFit to get as much money as they fucking can. Get rich. Sell steroids on your games page. Do it. Sell crack cocaine. I don't care. You never let that stuff into the house, into the cell. It's now one of the organelles. Like that? Like that? Organelles.
It's a good word.
Thank you. No, I don't have any tattoos. Two minutes after the Reebok deal, Greg made fun of them for putting out butt sculpting shoes. Exactly. Organelles, any number of organized or specialized structures within a living cell. Yeah, they've let it inside the living cell of what is CrossFit. But more importantly, well, not more importantly, equally important that they're done is it shows who's running the show. It's just there's no one there who knows anymore. There's not enough people there who know. When I used to work at the home for disabled adults, if there were like 5 of them there and me, like I would start feeling retarded. But as soon as there were like 4 or 5 staff there, if we had a 1-to-1 ratio, I'd feel like something changed. Like, oh, the brain power is elevated. I'm not retarded anymore. It was so weird.
It's like when I hang out with my friends who have kids and all they do is hang out with their kid, like their baby kids.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you start having conversations with them like adult to adult.
Yeah.
And they start talking to you like they're talking to their kids.
Hi, Caleb.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's fucking trip, dude. Like,
would you like some oatmeal, Caleb?
Exactly.
Caleb, go sit in the chair. I'll bring you some oatmeal. And then they tuck a napkin in your shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I met my niece yesterday for the first, I haven't seen her in like a long time, obviously. And I was like, what's up, dude? Like my niece is like 10 months old. And I was talking to like an adult. And like her mom comes in, her mom's like, oh my gosh, hi, how are you? How are you, Caleb? Oh my gosh, hi, little one. And I'm like, what is the fuck? I forgot how to talk to children. But like when she came in, it was like, this is what it's like.
You don't have to do that. Don't do that. Children don't like that. No kid wants to be talked to like that. Like yeah, that's why you talk to your kids like a normal person. Not too normal though. I fuck my kids up a little bit, I think. They have some potty mouths.
Yeah, I probably said 100 cuss words just in the span of 10 minutes of hanging out with that child.
Yeah, when you left, they're like, Mom, Uncle Caleb has potty mouth.
She's probably just saying fuck all of a sudden. That's her first word.
Oh, how old is she?
10 months.
Oh. Yeah, it's fucked over there at CrossFit. I'm sorry. If you're an affiliate, I'm just telling you now, you want to get ahead of the curve. Don't do the opposite of what Jason Khalipa did. Just jump off the ship. What the fuck is he doing? He's coming on the show. We got him scheduled. I have no fucking idea what he's doing. Now is not the time to reaffiliate. Sorry. Chris Cooper fucked up too. Love him too. Dumb. Mistake. I know Don's cool. I love Don. I got his nuts in my mouth right now. But, and they're wonderful nuts.
Freshly shaven.
But it's toast. Okay, so and you guys can just know. It's coming. Now here, the irony, you're gonna love this. The irony is let me see if I can find it. The irony is I had some The irony is 460. Look at 460. These two gyms, I was told de-affiliated, but they're still doing the open. Yeah, Don is teabagging Sevan. Yeah, good. That's fair. I understand. Buffalo's home of fitness built on inclusion. Uh-oh. Your fitness is built on inclusion? Why can't God? Hi, I'm Sevan Matosian. My cardiovascular system is built around my heart. How can I help you? God, these people are retarded. Anyway, scroll down a little bit. Hey, when you see that they're home to inclusion, you should just know that these people are racist homophobes. Oh yeah, look at them overcompensating. Look at 23.1.
They have shirts that say anti-open club.
They do?
Yeah, right here.
Oh my goodness. That everything has to be. And look at the purple hair. Good job, guys. So all I just think is that they have no values. They have no, this is no integrity gym. What's the name of it again? How the fuck are you piggybacking off of something if you de-affiliated? Nickel City Athletics. No sign of CrossFit anywhere. You know they do CrossFit. You know that they have the open.
Anything that says athletics or like fit is definitely a CrossFit gym without being affiliated.
Yeah. And then there's another one. Lumber City or something.
It's also hilarious because the gym that they're going to next week for the open is, I think, technically not really affiliated.
No shit.
It's like Big O Fitness, home of CrossFit Omaha.
Oh. Yeah, that's Lumber. At least I'm okay with that. They're probably paying affiliate fees. Lumber City Athletics. No sign of the word CrossFit. Scroll down a little bit. I think these douche nozzles. Yep, there it is. Open 23A. Do you have no shame? God, you guys are tools. I bet you they do equity too.
That one's not as bad as the other one, but
17 months to the non-compete clause is done for Greg. Let's see what happens.
And then he's going to own all the athletic clubs.
No Nicole Carroll in the training department. Who the fuck knows what Dave's position is? Head of growth. And some guy who's I don't know who it is, but he didn't work there when I was working there, head of training, and now Chipotle has infiltrated the training department. It's fucking amazing. I didn't see it coming just like that fast. We've talked about Kate Gordon's podcast before, 462, and someone sent me there yesterday and they said, hey, it's going to be one on oral sex. I think you would really like it. And I listened to it at 1.75 time. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. I've never done that. It was kind of crazy. But basically the takeaway is the first half of the podcast is her talking about how watching her boyfriend have sex with other women can be hard sometimes. But she's working through it. It's kind of weird. She views sex. Sometimes I think Kate used to be on the show a bunch. It's almost like hearing someone talk about doing CrossFit. Like, because it's uncomfortable watching other chicks blow her husband or her boyfriend, she does it anyway, knowing that that hard thing will help her get through shit. I don't know if she's doing it to like some sort of enlightenment or like self-emotional abuse. You know, like some people like to be hit. I like I like some emotional intensity, I guess. I like things that are intense emotionally, but she basically, the first half is about dealing with watching like your boyfriend coming home from dates and smelling like other women's pussies. And then the second half is her going into detail about how she's now learned how to have orgasm through oral sex. And the takeaway from that is that you need to have an orgasm first, before you need to have an orgasm first before he starts giving you or she starts giving you oral sex, and then the second one
open
will
the
come easy.
floodgates first.
Yeah. And it's like she could. I knew that, by the way. A girl should always just have an orgasm even before you come in the room. Let me know when you've had 1 or 7. I'll be in there after that. Thank you.
It'll be done in 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'll prime the pump for me. Speaking of orgasms, if you need a what's that called? Something that stops you from having sex? Is there some food they give you that can?
I was gonna say a chastity belt.
Yeah, like a chastity belt. Well, here's something that 466 will definitely. If you're feeling distracted and you want to have sex, just watch this. This will quickly change your mind. This is a convention of Mrs. Clauses, and they're talking about how they should behave as Mrs. Claus. And this lady, radical PhD Chicago feminist at a Santa training camp.
When he's not there, she's in charge. She takes care of him like any good wife, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm Dr. Claus. Like, I am not the wife. Like, I have my PhD. You're not going to call me Mrs. Claus. I'm Dr. Claus. My spouse is trans and I'm queer. Like, actually, when we come together, I really want to not bring up the fact that we're married and instead really emphasize, like, Santa's got a job and I've got a job, and we work together and really make that space for folks.
When he's not there.
So she doesn't want the other lady saying, like, hey, as Mrs. Claus, you have to let everyone know that when he's not there, you're cleaning up and shit, and that when he is there, you take care of him, like bring him food and stuff. And this lady's like, nah, fuck that. I'm Mrs. Dr. Claus. I'm Dr. Claus.
These poor old women are just like doing that for fun. This is like their book club. And this lady just comes in and ruins it for everybody.
Oh, Brandon Waddell fucking dropping bombs. Santa isn't real, just like being trans isn't real.
How dare you? Children, cover your ears.
Uh-oh. I'm sensing something weird here. Douglas bubble trousers? No.
No way. No.
No.
No way.
No.
No fucking way, dude.
The thing is, what he's saying is just let these old ladies enjoy things. Yeah, just like we'll let you enjoy playing trans. Just don't push it on our, like, well, I was going to say just don't push it on our kids. But the irony is they push Santa on our kids. Oh, how did they get that walrus to wear a sweater? Jeez Louise. Yeah, that lady loves the cookies part of Christmas. That's for sure. Intendu. That's an African name. This is asinine. The whole show is asinine. This whole show is asinine. One of my guys I work with told me his 12-year-old daughter wants to be trans. Yeah, it is like that. Like 2 years ago, they all wanted to be YouTubers, and that fucking sucked. And now they all want to be trans. I'll take YouTuber. This is asinine. $4.99. Trish, getting a little fucking frisky with the money.
Did Trish change her name from Nintendo to Trish in the last 30 seconds? Because she just said the exact same thing.
Woke Santa. Okay, back to 470. Penis. I think she ate Santa. Whoa, Sean Newton. Solid. Hey, the comments are half the show. Like there's so many great lines. Oh, this is so good. I love this. This is a great joke. Here we go.
You know what happens when a Jewish guy walks into a brick wall with a full erection? What? He breaks his nose. You know what happens when a Jewish guy walks into a brick wall with a full erection. Mutt, he breaks his nose.
Half of that joke is his face.
Would you rather be a Jew or Asian and everyone's making fun of how little your dick is, or black and everyone's just making fun of how big it is? This world is not fair. Okay, we need a theme song for this game too. Democrat or Republican? You choose.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
Thank you. Our biggest sponsor yet. Get your injection today. 469, Democrat or Republican, brought to you by Pfizer. Here we go.
8th grade girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? She said, and I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married.
Wait.
She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support. And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have something. He might be on drugs. And I said,
God damn it, caller. Hi. Oh, shit.
Our first good caller in months.
I want to apologize for snapping at you. Go on.
Hi, Sevan. It's Clive.
Hi, Clive. Hey, when you call, you can hear the show's going, right? You can hear the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just so you guys know, because of the rinky setup we have, when you call, it just interrupts the show. So anyone who calls interrupts the show, which is fine. I like that. That's good. We have the number at the bottom. But then when I answer, you guys got to wait until the bit that's being done is done, and then you guys talk. Okay, I love you. Peace. Go ahead, Clive. Now you're in. I love you. You're one of my all-time favorites. Please go ahead.
I'm sorry. My phone was still connected to my Bluetooth earphones, so I didn't actually hear anything. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So today, one of my kids came out from school. He's 6, and they had been learning about Japan today for some reason. And he was saying that they were all doing pretend Japanese language voices. It was funny, and he did an example of it, to be a little Japanese man. And I was almost tempted to tell him that we can't really do impressions of other people. But then
what was he doing? Was like Hong Soy, was he doing that shit? Like Xing Chong Chi.
He was nowhere near as good as that, I have to say, but it wasn't up to that standard. But I held back and I dissected what was going through my brain a little bit more.
Hey,
and
that's called meditation, by the way. Good job. That's meditation. Good job. Watching your thoughts. I appreciate that.
Sometimes as parents, we try to instill what we believe to be the correct morals in our kids. And then sometimes we do things just because we're trying to protect them against the common reaction in society. And I realized in that point that I was about to give him advice to protect him from potentially being cancelled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to protect. Isn't that crazy? You're going to try to protect your your kid has no idea that it would be inappropriate because it's not inappropriate.
Exactly.
And then we project that shit onto him. Yeah, good job. Good catch. Let someone else fucking ruin his life. You're his dad. Fuck that. Let him go.
Yeah. So here, I do want to share that little story with you.
I like it.
It cost me a lot. It cost me a lot calling from all the way over on the other side of the pond here. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Thank you for calling.
Thanks, Clive.
Thanks for sharing the video.
Love you guys.
Bye.
It costs money to call. I think it's free if I call anyone, isn't it?
I don't know. It's overseas, so I know it was costing me a lot when I tried to call people overseas.
Oh, I had no idea. But do Japanese people make fun of people speaking like they? But do Japanese people make fun of the speaking people like they did? Oh, like do Japanese people make fun of white people? I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
Yeah, they do. That's
I'll have to
awesome.
find a video sometime. There's a wait.
I'm a little nervous. 468 doesn't have anything written under it. I wonder what that is. Okay, let's try
Hold on.
468. Okay.
Do you want to see the Chinese guy
Sure.
imitating?
Yeah, I love it. Let's see. I think we've played some of those. Oh yeah, this one. This one's great. Yep.
Hey, Bobby, look, I'm American. I think I'll use my credit card. Do you guys have anything non-dairy? Anything gluten-free?
Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. God, that's so good. That noise sucking my boogers. Sorry.
What number did you want me to play?
I'm sorry. I'll try not to do that. My mom and dad hate that too. What, a tongue lick? What the fuck is going on? All right. Settle down. 468, please. Sometimes I turn away when I do it, Heidi. I come over here.
Oh, that's even better.
Could you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is crazy. This will help for anyone who is disgusted by my boogers. This will definitely this will fix it. This is fucking crazy. I watched this 100 times last night. I was trying to understand this. Do you know what happens here?
Yes.
I was trying to understand if there's any reality to this. You might have to turn the audio off.
I think I will. Yeah.
You think there's any reality to this, or it just happened to line up perfectly?
Both.
So you think her boobs are actually helping her there?
Oh yeah, for sure. They're like a shelf.
That lady is so little with the biggest tits.
The small ones usually do have the biggest tits.
Wow. How does that work? Click on her. Are those boobs? Could real boobs? Is that? Those aren't real. Are those real boobs? Can we see if there's any other? So hard to tell. Oh, there she is holding a giant pickle. Oh, she's a foreigner.
Yeah, I think she's French.
Oh, look at that handstand one. Makes me think that they're not real. Whenever I see side boob like that, I think maybe they're not real.
They're just perfectly in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Chris is chubbing up over here. Although they look, God, it's so hard to tell. Oh, wait, let me see that one with her boyfriend. I don't know, man. That looks real.
That's tough. Oh, Heidi says they're fake. She would probably be the highest expert on such topics.
All right. I know guys who are like that too, who like anytime they see a girl with big tits, though, they just say they're fake. And it's like, come on. I don't know. They look real. Yeah. Thank you, Trish. I know.
Immediate.
Sean, fake as fuck. Too much separation. No. Really? I don't know. I feel like I've seen plenty of separation in my day. Either Ken Walters has a whole new take on it. They are just fine. That's
no matter what. Yeah, see?
Oh my God, natty or not.
Great.
What a great I was talking with Hiller the other day, and you know the chick that we were talking about with one arm?
Mm-hmm.
He said he was thinking about doing a handicap or not on her. Handy or not. It's awesome, right? Handy or not.
Amazing.
Prosthetic boobs are still boobs. What would I DM her? Hey, are your tits real?
You should come on the show.
I'll have Hiller do it. Did he call it? He put that video. Did he call it handy or not? Kyle Landis looks like Colin Lawrence from the side there. That little bit of his face. Yeah, I agree with you, Ken. Why does everyone say big ones are fake? Just like when people are jacked, they're always on the juice. The thing is, in California, it's like, especially in Southern California, they're all fake. It's like Oh shit, he did do it. Wow. Oh, he should have called it handy or not. Oh, that's amazing. Hey, can I see the comments on that? He's completely left me in the dust for followers, for subscribers. I think thanks for making a video, and the question that keeps coming. Thank you. Oh no. I was hoping there'd be like something up there that's like, how dare you mock. The road. Oh, this is the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I think this would be damn near impossible to fix with so many different types of impairments and different degrees of impairment. I couldn't figure this crap out. I tore my left bicep and left labrum. Can't externally rotate past 60 degree or put my arm directly overhead without a shitload of pain. Yeah, I agree too. Yeah, the adaptive division is a fucking mess. How about if you're in a wheelchair or not?
That's the only standard.
I mean, just, I don't know. Make it easy. And I don't even know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's not a mess. Who cares? I don't. Canada, home of free med. Oh, okay. So 467. God, Canada. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you're not rich in Canada, you're fucked. You are so fucked. I'm trying to get this kid on, by the way. This is a 17-year-old kid who was fucking arrested because he didn't want boys in the girls' bathroom. And there were girls complaining about it at his school, and the teachers wouldn't do anything, so he stood up for them and organized a protest. I can't even believe these are real cops. If you're a fucking cop in Canada, you should rally up a bunch of other cops and go talk to these cops and unfuck them. This is crazy. I can't see the police in my town, and I live in Libtardville doing this. They would never do this. They still know not to do this. Arrest a kid for fucking... This is crazy. Look how they start digging through his shit too.
Yeah, they just start, I mean, I guess they search him like he's a violent criminal. And then they have people like pushing them back. Like there's cops that are like doing crowd control.
Look at this guy starting to dig through his shit.
Yeah, like that chick tells him to stand back. Yeah,
that's your typical fucking... God, there's so many... God, I fucking can't stand some female cops. Sevi, good point. Matt Burns, Sevi, they arrested people for being in the beach. Good point. I take it back. I feel sorry for people in the U.S. too.
They're just enforcing the law.
You can be arrested in Canada for using the wrong pronouns. Oh, sorry. And also that country offers free medical care as long as you don't need the service within 4 years. If you just can't get your head voting for Trump, I want you to watch this video, 465. And if this doesn't convince you that anything is better than voting Democrat, then I can't help you. I want to look this lady's name up too. This is the guy that was put in charge of fucking nuclear bombs in the United States, I think. Remember this guy?
Yes. Oh, no, I think it wasn't nuclear waste.
Was it nuclear waste? He had some fucking job where he had to take care of something nuclear. There was a pretty fucking important job. He's a Biden appointee. This is the guy that looks like Taylor Self. And he got in trouble because he was nuclear waste, not nuclear bombs. Well, thank you, Chris Carter. Sam Brinton. Nuclear waste. I feel so much safer now. Thank you. This guy was in charge of fucking nuclear waste, a Biden appointee. So if you appoint someone like this, you have to know right away they have a mental illness. I know that's not going to be a popular discussion, but if you're born with a penis and you're confused, you have some mental illness. If you're born with a vagina and you're confused, you have some mental illness. You have some mental instability. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you can't still do some good things, like be the world's greatest juggler, but you 100% can't be in charge of nuclear shit. Anything nuclear, waste, bombs, anything. You can't. Just suck it up. There's stuff that I couldn't be in charge of too. I can't play in the NBA. There's just stuff. It's just, and this lady, her name is Asiak Hamzin, Tanzanian. No, sorry.
I think it's
sorry.
Asia Thompson.
Asia,
ASYA space Kamsin.
Asia Hamzin. She's a Tanzanian fashion designer based in Houston, Texas. And she lost her luggage in 2018 at DCA. I think that's the airport in DC, Washington, DC. And she recently heard, or maybe it's Dallas, Fort Worth, I don't know. Recently, I heard the news about Sam Brinton luggage issue. Called it a luggage issue. He was stealing people's luggage. And she found all of her fucking one-of-a-kind clothes that she designed him fucking wearing. Look at this fucking dude. This is the dude who's in charge of nuclear waste. This dude stole this other lady's.
So do you think he was
I just want to ask you, do you think that Trump would appoint someone like that? Or do you think he'd point some fucking grumpy old white dude who would fucking just be so serious about the fucking nuclear waste? This person, the person you're looking at, that Biden is just wants to kill themselves because they're not happy with who they are. The person Trump would appoint would want to kill themselves because they thought that they did a bad job. This is unfucking real. How anyone still goes liberal. You know, there's this whole thing right now about how maybe the that company Dominion that was being accused of the machines being hacked and it rigging the election, that somehow those Dominion machines were either hacked and the election was stolen, or the people at Dominion knew all along and the whole election was rigged. There was a bunch of, reporting on that during the election. And now Dominion is suing Fox News because they're saying Fox News knew that the story wasn't true. And they still let it out anyway. Who cares relative to this? Can anyone do any relativity? Who cares? When the guy who's in charge puts someone mentally ill in charge of the nuclear waste, it's fucking nuts. I bet you Sousa wouldn't put that person in charge of anything at his gym. You know why? Because that gym has to be successful so that he can buy food for his family.
We hope so. What are you guys talking about? Canadian cops?
Yeah.
Nuclear waste.
Nuclear waste. Okay. That's good. I'm very informed on nuclear waste matters. Oh,
you'd probably be a good replacement for this person then.
No, yeah, we got it up. Now this is more my alley right here. It's my people.
Hey, did you hear about Are you watching this thing about this gym where the roof collapsed? I think it's number 17 at the very top. Yeah. This roof collapsed at a CrossFit gym in Alaska. And I think a lady died who has 3 kids. Money for woman killed in Anchorage building collapse. So don't gym. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I have a friend of a friend knows a friend of mine knows the person who is judging the woman who died in this.
Oh my gosh.
In the open. And she just reached out. It's crazy.
Hey, it was during the shit. I should pull that bug down in the corner. Has that been there the whole show?
Yeah.
The Sevan Podcast.
Here,
we were fooling around with that last night. Bam. Okay. So they were doing the open when that happened?
Yeah, it was after the 23.1 announcement. They were all doing it together.
I judged Tia Toomey in the Open one year. I judged some chick who got killed while she's doing the Open by collapsed roof. Oh shit! You win.
Damn. So it was because of the snow, right? Didn't they get just really heavy snowfall, and then the structure, the integrity of the structure just fell?
Let me see. Scroll down a little bit. Let me see what it says.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating.
Keep going. Let me see a little bit. God, it must suck being a fireman there. The roof collapsed at her South Anchorage gym this weekend. The Anchorage Daily News reported that Turn Again CrossFit was holding a fitness competition Friday evening when the roof collapsed on its building. More than 24 people were there at the time. Most people ran outside, but 3 were trapped inside. 1 was found dead in the collapse.
Oh, fucking God.
It was already raised more than $40,000. This is the one that Chris Cooper gave $5,000 to. Of Alaska's 17 CrossFit gyms are part of a community, and the connection inspired her to start the fundraiser. She had friends who were in the building at the time of the collapse and initially started at a fundraiser for the gym, which has already met its... Oh, really? They were already doing a fundraiser at the gym? She had friends who were in the building at the time of the collapse and initially started a fundraiser for the gym, which has already met its $50,000 goal. When she learned someone had died in the collapse, she created a second fundraiser. Oh, shit. So, wow. There was already one fundraiser going
Just for the gym.
Wow. Oh, gotcha.
And then then once they learned the news of the person passing, they started a fundraiser for the family, right?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm reading right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I hope so, because I can't figure it out for the life of me.
Fuck. It's terribly sad. It's also just a great reminder to appreciate the day and those people around you, right?
And know where your Pink wants you to have a plan for in case you get COVID. You should have a plan also if your roof collapses. I think Brandon Waddell said dive under the rogue rig. Yeah, jump under the rogue rig.
That thing is pretty sound. Man. How many? It was in what town again? I'm sorry, Anchorage. Was it Anchorage, Alaska?
Soldotna.
I imagine that's pretty tight-knit community. And that's just me. I'm completely imagine that because I imagine every community in Alaska is like a smaller, tight-knit community.
What was your score on the Open?
What? Me?
I'm just being an asshole.
Jeez,
I heard that Chipotle is sending 1,000 burrito bowls to that gym.
Fuck, Trish.
Hey, Souza, what do you think about them advertising so Chipotle on the CrossFit Instagram account as opposed to the CrossFit Games Instagram account?
Oh, it wasn't on the games; it was just on the regular one.
It's on both.
Oh, that sponsorship money must be strong. Must be big then. I don't know. I don't like it. I like to separate it. I like to separate the two. Like whenever they're doing the stuff with the sponsors, with the games, but I get why they would switch it over because maybe it has to do with the Open. So,
Greg, what's up, dude?
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Awesome. I'm having a blast, and I'm stoked you called. I know we had talked about this Alaska thing, and you got pretty passionate about it.
Yeah. Am I on the air?
Yes, you are.
Hey, everybody. Listen, here's what I'm calling. I'm headed south on Interstate 15 in the middle of the snow. Beautiful day here. So I can't do anything from where I sit. But when I get home, prompt me and I'll go on to GoFundMe or whatever. Just point me in the right direction. What I want to do is I got 5 for the gym recovery and 15 to the family that lost mom and the 3 little boys.
Damn.
Wow.
And so but what I want to do is I want to entice HQ, Don and company to at least match that. Just by my dead reckoning here driving, it's about 3.5, 4 hours of a business day's affiliate fees. And I think they could give a morning to an affiliate that just felt such a horrible tragedy. That's really all I got.
Hey, I appreciate it. It's crazy generous of you, and you've always been crazy generous like that. And thanks. Hey, are you going to come on the show and let us pick your brain and shoot the shit with you?
Yeah, I'm in a position to do that. I think that'd be kind of fun to do.
Awesome.
So,
oh yeah.
And congratulations. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, early next week would be perfect.
Awesome. And hey, and congratulations on the Broken Science. We all had a blast there. That thing was an incredible event, hugely successful, and you're the man for doing that. I can't wait to share the content that comes out of that event.
You know, we referred to those folks that could speak so eloquently on the failures of modern medicine, the ills of modern medicine, what we call the experts on the mess. And I knew that, you know, what they all had in common, the Zoe Harcombs and Malcolm Kendricks, Thomas Seyfried, they're all in possession of some critical bit of knowledge. You can call it essential in the sense of like the way we use the term in biology, necessary for the optimal functioning of the organism. But they were in possession of some vital bit of essential knowledge that was counter to the mainstream view. And in each case, what they had in common was the broken science. That is, the failures of academic medicine to foster science that replicates. And that's why it is that so much of what is so important, nature of statins, nature of obesity, nature of diabetes, the origins of heart disease, the reality of statins, they go on and on, the etiology of cancer. All these things are corrupted by the academic science, and the truth finds no quarter because it isn't profitable in no small part. And but what I saw in the event we did is an experiment, but what I saw is that what was the best of CrossFit health can easily fly under the broken science rubric, and it's beautiful. It was the part I liked best anyways. So here we are. It was great to see Malcolm and have Thomas up there, and I enjoyed it. It was a kind of a proof of concept.
Greg, since I have you here, let me follow that up with this. Will there be, for those of us who want to share all of this with our kids and with future generations, is there a plan for some sort of curriculum or some sort of long-term, like something we can feed to our kids on a daily or weekly basis, like a 52-week like program so that our kids can understand science?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I'm talking with people at Hillsdale and some other places. I don't know if I reveal my partnership with partners, but we're definitely exploring that. I'm going back to Hillsdale College in April, and we're going to continue to have these discussions. But what I do not believe that anyone's going to fix what's wrong, but I do think that we can provide resources that would allow any man, that's my any man concept as opposed to every man. I mean, you got to roger up, right? Like people used to say to me, journalists would hit me with, you got to admit CrossFit isn't for everyone. And I finally learned to say, yeah, but it is for anyone. You have to show up. You have to want to do it. You have to try. And beyond that, there are no prerequisites other than your willingness to engage. But I think what we can do is provide resources that could protect any man. And I'm tempted to use words like immunize, inoculate, vaccinate. Let's just say protect people from the tyranny of shitty science and its purveyors. And that feels to me very much like a continuation of what was the best of CrossFit's work. So I'm quite at home here.
Go ahead.
Look, the problems in fitness were extensive, and it stemmed in no small part from the deficiencies in academic strength conditioning, academic sports medicine, the failures at the ACSM and the NSCA. And so what do? We lead with constantly varied high-intensity functional movement as a stimulus produces work capacity across broad time and modal domains. There's the theory, and what does the academic world responds with fabrication, falsification of data, and then in court it turns into perjuries. That's the word of the federal judge, not me. In what was displayed as the worst behavior she'd seen sitting on the bench for 35 years. And so the academic response was as vacuous, as empty as you could imagine it to be. But you couldn't find success in the fitness space without realizing that medicine was similarly afflicted across almost every facet critical to our being able to take responsibility for our health. Everything from what's for breakfast to what made grandpa diabetic. All nothing but abject failure. And so dislodged from that, it just went upstream, and now I can speak to what's wrong with academic science that made academic health and academic fitness wrong. It's the same problem. It's the same problem. And the problem is that the bulk of academic science is tainted. I'm going to make exceptions for the natural sciences, less so in chemistry, biology, applied physics. Theoretical physics has its issues. But the natural sciences are largely not victims of this replication crisis. And the horror of the replication crisis that medicine is its most prominent, let's say, victim. You know?
Yep. Horrible.
So I still got a lot to talk about. Love those affiliates still. They're doing, they're without a doubt, the most important people in their community in terms of everyone's well-being. There's no other professional that does for the folks what they do for the community. Not the preacher, not the doctor, not the dentist, not the social worker, counselors. No one has the positive impact that the affiliates do on folks in their community. I'm still proud of everyone.
Good. Hey, as people heard your voice on the show, Greg, like 300 comments poured in, and too many to read here, but people just telling little stories about how you saved their life and how much they love you and how much you're missed. So it's great to hear your voice. Greg, I want to ask you one superficial question, okay?
Yeah.
Because we got this little incident yesterday during the open. I'd like to hear your opinion on it. the one of the workouts was you had 5 minutes to do a max thruster. And so when you did the thruster, you were supposed to, you started it in the rack position, you lowered and you pushed up, you had to do it in one clean movement. And at the top, there was to be no extra knee bend. Do you agree with that? That if you're going to set a max thruster and there would be a standard for it, there would be just have to go straight up?
So what you're talking about is the thing we used to call the Grady McDonald, where you before you get to full extension, you do a little jerk.
Yes.
Re-engage the hip and knees, and so it's like a very, very high kind of jerk movement, and get a good rhythm doing that. Do that every time. It never really wants fun movement. I know the fault.
In competition, do you give that a no rep?
You have to, or you have to let everyone do it.
Right. Bingo.
It's
Okay.
kind of like bouncing the deadlift. If one guy can't, the other can. The poor guy that can't, that's following the rule, is at a decided disadvantage on the guy that. I mean, we had guys that learned how, especially with the solid rubber plates on cement, to accelerate the negative portion and actually have it clear 15 inches on the rebound. You know, and that's an entirely different movement. The same thing with this Grady McDonald movement.
All right. Well, it was good to hear you weigh in on that, dude. I love hearing your voice. Safe travels, and I can't wait till next week.
Thanks, Abby, and bye, everyone. Love you.
Yeah, I love you too, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Incredible. Not only did we get
I want to be like Danielle Brandon right now.
Not only did we get in totality $20,000 donation from Mr. Glassman, but we also got finally a definition on a fucking rule for the open. It's amazing. We accomplished that in about 5 minutes. HQ, where you at?
Philip Kelly. Greg is the
Holy
goat.
shit!
What the
Holy shit, Sevan. I hope you're sitting down.
Oh,
I hope you're sitting down.
I didn't even know you could donate that much money.
I think you did that on accident.
If that is on accident, let me know. Yeah, it's got to be an accident.
If it's on accident, we apologize. There is no refunds, but we thank you very much.
Eric Wise, only on the Sevan Podcast. You're welcome, people. Judy Reed, best podcast ever. So great hearing Greg's voice. Let me see what the fuck is going on. Greg, Jody Lynn. Greg is a true leader. Thank you very much for joining us on our favorite podcast. Thanks, Jody. You're the best.
Wow.
Let me see what the fuck is going on down here. Barry McCockiner. No. Barry Tracy. $10. Thank you. What does that say? Conditioning something?
Something.
Where is this fucking crazy donation?
You can just click it at the very top. You don't have to scroll through the comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Look at this guy's face.
Frank.
This guy looks like he fell out of. This is like an ex-Chippendale dancer.
Frank, congratulations. You now own the show.
Yeah, Frank, when do you want to
hour.
come on? You just bought yourself. Frank, hold on. Let me take Don's nuts out of my mouth and put your nuts in there. I'll wash it out. Frank, thank you, dude.
Incredible.
Yeah, that is
Crazy.
fucking nuts. That is
wow.
5 lessons of tennis for my boys. Holy shit, that's crazy, dude.
Wow.
Greg's the man. Frank Curto. I want to take a picture of that and post it to my IG.
I'll make sure to smile and not be like doing some weird screenshot photo you always get of people.
God damn.
Holy smokes. I don't even recognize that name from the comments at all.
I've
Never see
seen
that.
it.
I never see that dude in there.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Is he single? Asking for Heidi.
Hey, what's this face make that Brandon Weed made with those eyes like that?
Like a bro, come on, maybe.
Yeah, he's
Not an appropriate
Yeah,
one.
you did just Heidi take one for the team. You did just buy a date with Heidi. Absolutely. Holy shit.
There he is again.
Oh wait, there he is again. Yeah.
59-year-old master, listen all the time.
Fuck,
God,
Frank,
dude.
Thank you.
Fucking A, dude.
Wow.
Frank, you get my
Thanks, Frank.
phone number if you want my phone number for that. DM me.
You get all of our. You
I'll
get
give my
entered
phone
into
number.
any group thread you like. Just let us know the thread.
Who's this Frank guy? 59-year-old
Wow.
master. Don't worry about it.
All right. Corey Leonard, who is the real media now, biatches? Oh, it's just a nothing burger. Someone told me that Tommy and Shawnee said that about the fact that Pat Vellner, the whole Pat Vellner, Roman Krennikov rower debacle and people touching the rower. Him and Shawnee and Lauren talked about it a little bit on their podcast. So I went over and listened to that 10-minute segment. It's weird they're not on YouTube anymore. They're only on Apple and Spotify.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because they're embarrassed that their numbers were so low on YouTube that they're hiding them. I mean, that's only a guess, but
That's the first thing I thought of too. That's funny, but I just figured they could do it remotely and they don't have to like worry about any production or anything like that.
Well, they are making Instagram clips from them, so they do have video. Heidi
Oh, they
Kroom,
do.
I'm 15 minutes behind. What did I miss? You'll be going on a date with Frank. Get in. I want you to start doing about 10,000 air squats. Get that ass firm. Lots of lunges.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, so exactly, Sevan, no one watched. So I listened to it, and they have the issue wrong. They are explaining it wrong. The whole thing is a mess the way they explain it. They're basically, they think, well, I don't even want to get into it, but at one point, Tommy says, calls the issue a nothing burger.
What's a nothing burger? Is that like a saying or is that
I don't know.
like,
it is pretty funny though. I
it
liked
is
it.
now,
that
I guess.
I liked it that he said it, a nothing burger, but it's not a nothing burger, but it's still a good line. He just should have saved it for when it was a nothing burger.
A real nothing burger.
I think they thought when Dave was fired was a nothing burger. It is something that it turns out to be. Wow.
Insignificant or lacking in substance.
Yeah. Wow. It's a real. Wow. There we go.
Another nothing burger of a debate.
It's a nothing burger.
Good
Probably
on
quoted
him.
that from Tommy.
Maybe I should just listen to that show to increase my vocabulary.
I think we increased the vocabulary plenty.
Jody's never getting ignored, Clive. Jody's never getting ignored. $99 is crazy.
Never.
It's crazy. Jody, you can
Never.
date Heidi too. Jody's probably given $1,000.
Oh yeah.
I thought a nothing
for
burger
sure.
was tofu. Okay, we got to settle down. We got to get back
That's
on the
it.
show.
Impossible burger.
We're like that classroom in the second grade, like when a parent comes and shows the hamster, and then the parent leaves, and the class is in disarray for fucking.
Yeah. Or
10
you
minutes.
have you ever had those teachers that if you say the right thing, it's gonna go on a trigger and it's gonna go way far off like the lesson plan. So you just plant one of the kids to be like, I have a question about whatever. And they're like, oh well, let me tell you. Hold on, and then they just go way off to left field.
We got to clip that Greg coming on. A couple things. That needs to be a clip also for him deciding what the thing is. That needs to be clipped with what Hobart said. Hobart said you can't do that. You can't sneak an accidental jerk in there, and that's exactly what Vellner did.
Well, it's no funny business. I don't,
No, he says cheeky business. Hold on, let's
cheeky.
see.
No cheeky business. Oh no, he did at the end, right? He said, "Don't sneak that jerk in there, huh?"
Yeah, let me see he said he calls it an accidental. Here, let me see if I can pull it up here real quick.
Hey, you know what was interesting? Because I went back and I watched the open announcement totality. Vellner just missed the lockout on that rep previous.
Yeah.
270. Then he gets the next one, and that's when that little subtle knee bend came.
Yes.
The question now is did that subtle knee bend, was that the differentiator?
Needs to be one fluid movement from the down all the way to the up. You don't want to sneak an accidental jerk in there and end up with a no rep.
Oops.
That's 23.2.
No cheeky business. So no accidental jerk. You can't do an accidental jerk. Hobart says it.
Yeah.
And that's what Greg was referring to, right? The jerk. Yeah, no accidental jerk. That they played that right after the event.
Yep. There's gonna be some issues. Did they ever did anything come out with Vellner's lift? Is it still good that 270 is the made lift? And that one before it, what was it, 250, 255, where he took the step?
For who? For Vellner?
For Vellner.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at the leaderboard. The truth is, I don't know.
I love it after they announce the workout, they have like 5 different people giving like rules validations on everything, and yet none of them actually validate the rules.
Hey, what's interesting is the girl who speaks. I don't know if you guys know this. I should actually show you this. Sorry, one more thing. This girl right here, I don't know who she is. I don't know if she was at CrossFit when I was there, but she was the judge of Patrick Vellner. And she's also
BKG.
And BKG. Yeah, I heard she fucked BKG hard.
Muscle.
Like in the workout or like extracurricular?
In the workout. I don't know about extracurricular.
I just wanted to,
The lockout, supposedly she was no repping them on muscle ups that were clearly muscle ups. Okay, here we go. She kind of reminds me of like I shouldn't say it. It's mean.
It's just a thruster, and you know what that is. Squat below parallel, and you then get the bar overhead to the locked out position in one fluid motion. A squat to a jerk won't count.
It's just a thruster. You know what that is. Can we talk about? Sevan should have asked Greg if the girl using her boobs on the muscle up should have counted. It definitely counts. I'm not saying it doesn't count. I'm just wondering if it actually helped or looked like it. It just looked like it helped. If it was optical illusion.
Was that a clip you guys played? I saw the beginning of it. So she gets caught up on it with her bosoms.
I don't know if caught up on it's the word, but it's crazy. Her tits are crazy.
They just like hooked on.
All tits are crazy.
Literal shelf just draped over the fucking pull-up bar.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
How about this? This is the kind of stuff that I show that I don't know if I should show because I don't know if it helps anyone. This is so painful what I'm about to show you. You guys this is the kind of stuff that kind of ruins your day. That makes you think, you know what? I'm not even going to work today. I'm just gonna go to the bar. I'm not gonna have kids. This is so bad. It's a 464. It's so bad. This is why we have a luggage thief, a tranny luggage thief watching our nuclear waste. In charge of nuclear waste because of this shit. This is so nuts.
said, Chase, would you rather?
Oh no, sorry. This isn't it. Sorry. Hold that.
Smash the hottest trans person. I liked where that was going.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. Hold on. This will be all of them, and I mean all.
463.
Which one is it?
463.
That's what it was. Yeah, but I gave you. Oh,
No,
sorry.
you're
Sorry. 464. Sorry.
That was the first one that I just played.
Oh. Huh. No, it's not that one. God, I thought that was it.
This is 463.
Yeah, that one's not it either. Hold on. Oh, okay, it's 452. It's 452. Is it 452? Hold on. Oh yeah, it's 452. Yeah, 452.
Yes.
There, I think is this. So if you, now's a good time to just go up and if you don't want to have your day ruined, go get a glass of water, refill your coffee or something. This one hurts.
It is majority people of color for the first time in history. The cabinet is majority female for the first time in history. A majority of White House senior staff identify as female. 40% of White House senior staff identify as part of the racially diverse communities. And a record 7 assistants to the president are openly LGBTQ+. So again, this is something that the president prides himself on. The cabinet is majority people of color.
Amazing. Wow.
I'm proud to be an American.
Imagine Caleb and his cohort being out there on the front lines fighting for this country, and the dudes in the cabinet are being busted for stealing women's clothes from luggage. But it's okay because it's the first time that the majority of the cabinet has been black LGBTQTCDXX women. It's a fucking...
I'm fighting for the right to be able to steal luggage.
Good on you.
You're welcome for my service.
What happened to like when it was just cool, like this person grew the longest mustache, or this guy has 6 wives? Like, can't we go back to like shit like that? Like those are the weird things. Why does it have to be so weird in such important roles?
Well, I just want to know what the fuck does that have to do with making our country better? What the fuck does that have to do with inflation? What the fuck that has to do with our broken education system, with our broken Western medicine system? What the fuck does it have to do that we're getting ourselves involved in these wars outside of our countries, donating shitloads of money to Ukraine when we have this whole entire catastrophe happening in Palestine? What the hell does any of that have to do with anything that is going wrong in the country? How is that solving any fucking problem?
The border is wide open, the southern border. Hundreds of thousands, millions have come across. And how could you be worried about anything else? And that's another single issue. No matter how much you hate Republicans, I get it. It's okay.
It's just so insane.
Vote for them. Close the border. We're not a country with an open border.
It's so insane.
It's a puppet show. It really is. Not even like it is a puppet show, like an actual puppet show. Someone wrote that, Corey Leonard. It's a puppet show.
It literally, yeah.
I don't mean like a puppet show, like they're putting people in like to manipulate them. I mean, it's like actually like, oh, that Big Bird would look good standing over there.
Yes.
Like
imagine how fucked you have to be to listen to that and be like, I'm proud. Good thing we got Donald Trump out of there. Heaven forbid he brings manufacturing back into our country. It's insane.
Okay, 464. It's so fucking depressing.
But at least we all agree on his tweets.
Yeah, right. I want Biden supporters to logically explain how the country is better. Oh wait, okay, yeah, this is fucking weird too. This is weird.
He said, Chase, would you rather smash the hottest trans woman in the world or the oldest woman in the world? Honestly, bro, the oldest woman in the world, because then I wouldn't be gay. Are you like, Chase, how dare you be transphobic?
Yes, actually, what the fuck do you mean?
Because if I had sex with a trans woman, I'd be having sex with a biological man. And I don't want to do that. Because I'd be gay if I had sex with a biological man.
That's not gay.
That's
and
gay.
I don't even catch up the actually.
I'm-
She's right. I mean, that's really
But
hateful,
she's
bro.
not. She's not. Would technically be homosexual. A trans woman is a biological man. Sue me. It's true. You know what God said? It said He made them man and women.
So
He
there's a
knew
couple
that stating
issues here.
biological fact.
There's a couple of weird issues here, right? Like, so who cares if it makes you gay? Like, so what? Like, but the part that she's tripping on is the fact that she's calling it homophobic, which it's not. Sorry, not the fact she calls it homophobic. She's claiming that it is a woman.
The part, yeah. Well, that's idiocy
So
number one.
Yeah, but they're both kind of idiots. Like, who can? Like, if like, I don't think you get to choose.
I wouldn't
like. Why don't you want to be like? Why don't you want to be gay? Like, I could understand if he just said, "Hey, I'm just not attracted to dudes."
The whole premise is fucked. What are you not allowed to have preferences anymore?
Yeah, I agree too with that. Yeah, what you're saying.
Like, hey, would you rather have sex with a chick with blonde hair or a brunette? Oh, I prefer blonde because I don't like brunettes. Oh, well, that's fucking transphobic or homo. You know, it's like, what? You can't even just have a preference. He couldn't have even. He could just started with that. I prefer vaginas and not penises turned inside out.
I'd really like to see. I'd like to tape his eyes shut and let a dude suck his dick and see if he gets hard.
Yeah, you would. That's just called
the whole
stimulus. That's stimulus.
But she's a nut job because she thinks that trans women are really women.
If they were, you wouldn't have to have
Hey,
that word.
I don't eat candy because I don't want to be a candy eater. I don't care about that. I don't eat candy because I don't want to eat the sugar. I don't want to eat the bad shit. Right? So he's saying he doesn't want to fuck a dude because he doesn't want to be gay. Like, I don't get that. Like, that's not how you turn gay. You could fuck 200 dudes and still not be gay. I mean, if you were forced to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could be tied down on your fucking face down with your ass up in there and 200 dudes use you like a bicycle rack. And that doesn't mean you're gay.
Yeah.
Doesn't work like that. Yeah.
That's just prison.
Yeah. That's just.
You know, when are you going to start getting off on 14-year-old boys who are fucking couch cushions? Don't act like you never stuck your dick between a couch cushion. Don't act like you never explored between mattresses and then realized it was a mistake and you have a weird rug burn that burns in the shower. Don't fucking go there with me. Don't do that. Don't put a label on me.
You mattress fucker. Yes, I'm candy phobic. She got up and left.
You have to be.
Does she have like a tranny brother or family member and it just gets too close to home? It's too emotional.
I thought she said she didn't have any trans friends.
I think she said, as a biological woman with a trans woman friend, I'm like offended and like getting up, which that whole entire like charade and show was just ridiculous in the first place. Like, if you're going to come on a show like this, right, or any type of podcast where it's clearly you're going to debate and have a chat, to get that upset and then walk out of the room, like you have zero like control over your response. Like, she doesn't even have free will. Like, she's just programmed by the fucking matrix, and all it takes is one or two little trigger words and she would jump. You and I could have sat down and been like, hey, let's do a bet. If I say XYZ, is this going to be 20 seconds before she leaves in an outrage, or are we going to go 30 seconds? Well, if you phrase it like this, it'll be 20. If you phrase it like this, we'll get her from 45. Like, you already know the sequence of events before even half the people you don't even have to talk to. You could just kind of look at and just test the water, and you could be like, okay, I already know and can predict everything you're gonna do because you're a fucking dog reacting to a bell. You're not a human that's taking in information and then processing it. Crazy.
For those of you, I'll bring this up to you too, man. For those of you who just think it's the COVID vaccine and then that you're against, and then you're going to fall back asleep and you're going to be like, oh, but the polio one was important and the measles one was important. Don't fall back asleep. Go do your research while you're awake. Go do your research.
Go to Broken Science.
It was all there's so many fucking scams, dude. There are so many scams. Did we already play 464? I don't even understand this. Just Kamala, or maybe that's Kamala Harris.
Oh, another just winner in the White House.
Oh no, okay, we just played 464.
Good old cackling Kamala.
Oh, she's a fucking mess, huh?
Nothing makes me feel safe in this country like those two on the front lines. You know, when Biden makes a surprise visit to Ukraine, I'm like, God, I'm in good hands. That guy's charisma.
So, Jeremy, we need something uplifting after these last two. Okay, you want to see something uplifting? Get out your magnifying glasses. Yeah, people have to read the book Dissolving Illusions. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get some of these guys on the podcast soon. Here, we're gonna have at it with this whole vaccine thing. It's like we had the flat earther on. I'm not convinced. I'm still going with it's round. We're gonna get a vaccine person on here, and he's gonna unfuck us a little bit. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, didn't Kamala Harris bang her way to the top too?
She did.
Yeah. That's
that
strategy take you far.
Yeah, like a couple of people I know at CrossFit HQ.
Yeah, it's the playbook.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, and those people at CrossFit HQ who bang their way to the top may or may not be involved in letting Chipotle post on the CrossFit Instagram account.
I see somebody posted like the irony of that they did Chipotle with shuttle runs, because that's what you do. You eat Chipotle, then you run to the bathroom.
So perfect.
Hey, dude, mark my words, Susie. You know, like there's that video going around of the guy from the FBI, or from the Russian KGB from like 50 years ago, talking about how this whole thing has been planned for 50 years. That Chipotle, mark my words, it crossed the barrier from the game site to .com. Mark my words, that's the beginning of the end. This is the day, February 24th, 2023, that now the training department has been bought. You now are influenced by fucking Chipotle. And I think McDonald's owns Chipotle.
Oh, dude, what if they have a little...
It's over. It's done.
A little Chipotle fucking
dude
logo on the sleeve.
Completely influenced. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I've said, keep all that shit on the game side of the house. It's totally fine. But you have now sold... You've now sold a piece of your DNA. It's over. It's done.
So
bye-bye.
Okay, so let's just run a scenario here. I'm gonna push back on that a little bit.
Please.
I think maybe they have the crossover because it's the Open, and so they're trying to have that bleed over to the sponsorship.
Doesn't matter. You never let the people who can. So now you have to know, once you take money, and I know you know this, and I appreciate you pushing back. Once you take money from Chipotle to run CrossFit Inc. and pay its bills, you are now a subsidiary of McDonald's. You're now a McDonald's company. They're now owned. You have to understand it's just how the world works. It's just like you think it's all cute and funny that the U.S. government taxes cigarettes or taxes soda companies, and you're all proud of it. Yeah, we're going to tax them. All you've done is made the U.S. government part owner of Coca-Cola and part owner of Philip Morris. That's the only way it works. They're part owner of Chevron. They're part owner of all the things that they're taxing the fuck out of.
Yep. Now they're in bed together.
You cannot let Chipotle, it doesn't matter. You can't let fat McDonald's into the methodology. They are now in the methodology. They now own a little piece of the methodology.
Yep.
It's done. It's over. Bye-bye. Beginning and end. It's all over. And it's because that I told you guys before, the guy who did all the programming for .com, his name was Leif Edmondson. He was in charge of everything that was forward-facing, meaning he was anything that we published in the media department or anywhere in the company, even if it was Greg who sent it out, anyone, Marshall, anyone, if it was going to go out to the world, there was a guy that was at the fucking at the very tip before it broke out and all you jackasses saw it out there. And his name was Leif Edmondson. He was there fucking forever. Not as long as me. And he worked for me. And I would even tell him, hey, push that thing through. And he'd be like, no. He'd keep it fucking closed. No. And he'd fucking fight with me about why it can't go out. And he was always right. And he would have never let that happen.
Do you think Chipotle is just at least inside the APN now?
Is that the thing that where affiliates get free shit?
Yeah, so because there's one literally walking distance. Like when we run our 800, we run past Chipotle.
What's in it for me?
I'm just trying to see. Do I get something out of it? Is that the value proposition for the affiliate?
Well, you know what someone told me. They said it's crazy that they're giving that they should be giving the Chipotle giveaway should not be going to the tip of the spear to CrossFit athletes. They should be giving it to affiliate owners who are like have the most entrances in the Open or shit like that. But once again, CrossFit HQ rewarding the tip of the spear.
Yeah, you know what would actually be a pretty good idea. Like, let's say that they looked into Chipotle or whatever, and they decided that it was the right partner due to like the way that their food is sourced, and that all checked out, right?
Yeah.
So then you could go in and they made like a strictly meats and veggies bowl that was like the CrossFit bowl, and then
With
you
seed
actually have
oil, with
branding
seed
inside
oil.
of it.
It doesn't. Well,
Again,
it does.
Again, it's prefaced by like the food kind of checked out to begin with, right? Like that
Right.
would have to mesh up. But at
I
least
don't. I just don't think you should let anyone on to the CrossFit side of the house ever. Doesn't matter how good they are. If God wants to sponsor, no. Sorry. Can't
Nah,
have you.
I agree, but we
Don't
all know
ever
the
let
genie's
anyone
out
into
of
the
bottle.
methodology side of the house. That's what's so cool about the games. You could sell your soul. You could sell cigarettes over there. Sell crack. Who cares? Sell it all on the game side.
A vape, like a vape.
The model's so fucking beautiful. Sevi, why on site at the games is the food such garbage? Didn't they sell it already? No, that I do give them a pass for, because when they rent the venue, there's certain rules about the people who are already there already have rights to people. They've already sold the rights of who can and can't sell food. They're separate from the contract. You get what I'm saying? So that venue, that's why like when Gabe goes to these places, you can't sell coffee because the venue comes with its own coffee cellar. There's shit like that.
Yep.
That was the same thing at Greg wanted all the no Coke sold in Carson. And for some reason we couldn't do that, I remember.
Yeah, because that's how the venue itself makes additional dollars on top of it. Like they have to own all of that. One last point, I just want to close the loop on what I was saying about the Chipotle thing. If they're already going down that route, the genie's out of the bottle. Okay, so we all already agree that it was terrible. But the one thing that would help that is, like I was saying, if there was a crossover partnership. So they do this thing with the Open, right? Chipotle and the Open. But what I would like to see is, rather than CrossFit pimping us out, being, hey, here's Chipotle, let's put it in front of all our CrossFitters eat Chipotle. Maybe we could have a little back and forth. Like now there's the CrossFit Bowl that's actually branded, that's inside Chipotle. And then at least you might even get a fucking member or two out of it. Like if we're already going to go down that path and it can't be stopped, right? So let's not pretend that, you know, the genie's out of the bottle, we can't do anything about it. Well, then how do we actually maximize that to bring people into the CrossFit affiliates too?
Well, now you're thinking. The Marlboro Lights CrossFit games. Oh, here we go, Trish. God damn it. Seeds are packed full of vitamins, fats, and nutrients. If you aren't eating seeds, you're an idiot. Oh, shut up.
You could get alcohol out of CrossFit event. Yeah, and if you know the right dude and you go down the right alley, you could probably get some Coke too. What's the point? What do you mean?
461.
You could for sure get some.
Now, watch this closely. We're going to have to watch this a few times. This one's a trip. I don't know where, but they're basically in Ohio, in East Palestine, Ohio. And this is the Ohio governor and EPA chief proving to this woman that her tap water is safe by pretending to drink it. Now look at this guy with his back to us. This is some weird shit right here. Okay, here we go. I think that's the governor, by the way. And I think the black dude might be head of the EPA or something. And the old gray-haired dude with his back to us is the governor. Okay, so he's getting water. Here we go. They filled up their water.
I'll tell you, we believe in science. So we don't feel like we're being your guinea pig. But we don't mind proving to you that we believe the water.
Watch the guy with his back to us drink. Does he actually drink? Look, does he drink? Look, keep watching.
Awesome. That's good.
Whoa, that is some weird drinking technique, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not my water, but thank you.
Well, I think.
I don't think he's drinking the water.
Fuck no, he didn't drink the water.
He's lifting his head higher and higher. There's no way he's drinking that water.
So the governor's in. God, that train thing is so fucking weird.
You can see him take a sniff of it. And he's like, I don't think so. And then he goes,
Dude, this is fucking crazy. Did you hear what he said? We believe in the science. We're not some guinea pig.
We've been saying that for years.
He said that? He said the guinea pig line?
Yeah, play it again, if you hear it. He says, we believe in science. We're not making you some guinea pig, or I'm not some guinea pig. The
Hey, I
fact
want
that
to say this. I want to say this real quick. Pause this real quick. This is the problem, guys. You have to listen carefully to what I'm saying. I don't have an issue with Coca-Cola. I have a problem with them meddling in the science. I don't have a problem with Chipotle. Eat all the fucking Chipotle you want. I don't like Chipotle, but I don't see why it's so bad. You guys aren't fucking listening. You aren't fucking listening. Someone else says it too. Blame Matt Fraser. He brought Chipotle. No, Matt. We should thank Matt Fraser for bringing Chipotle. You're fucking totally missing the fucking point. The point is this. You can't use the dollars that run the company and keep the methodology pure from someone who doesn't give a. You can't take money from the fucking bad guys to keep your shit pure. You can't let Chipotle into the methodology side of the house. Chipotle is now paying Nicole Carroll's, Dave Castro's, and Don's fucking paycheck. The fucking whole thing has been compromised now. On the game side of the house, it doesn't matter. Sell your soul. That's why the company was set up so perfectly. I've said this 1,000 times. I used to say this on the CrossFit podcast. Do anything you want on the game side of the house. Sell pussy. Are you not fucking listening? But now James Hobart is a fucking sellout. Sorry, James. Because he now gets his fucking paycheck paid by Chipotle, motherfuckers, by McDonald's.
McDonald's doesn't own Chipotle anymore, by the way.
Oh.
They sold all their shit.
That's correct. It was compromised when Greg sold it. That's correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Linda, listen. That's good. That's good. You cannot allow those people to be on the methodology side of the fucking house. And I'm just telling you, it's done. Don't be like, I don't understand why Sevan. Let the athletes make some money. Yes, let the athletes make fucking money. Thank you, Corey. Let them all make money. I don't give a fuck. Don't let fucking Snicker Bar, don't let fucking anyone into the methodology side of the house. And now it's over. It's done. They've sold out. I'm just telling you. You don't have to believe me, but I get so frustrated when people conflate what I say or confuse what I say. I don't want to be misunderstood.
That's a great song.
I don't want to be.
You know what I'm talking about? By the Animals. I listen to that. I listen to that song, and I'm like, it's the theme song for the podcast. You gotta listen to it after. With these sound bits.
God, that was so good. That video was so good.
The crickets one, literally, like I was listening to at the gym as I was cleaning up, and like my cheeks and like side was hurting. I was laughing so hard at that. Yes.
They're all compromised now. They'll all do whatever Chipotle tells them. They'll do whatever Chipotle tells them now. It's done.
It's in the contract.
It's done. That one little in. They're in. That's how it works. It works every time like that. There's no example where it didn't work like that. It's when interests collide.
That was part of the question that I asked Don at the affiliate gathering too. I asked him if like, hey, when you guys start taking on these sponsorship monies, and I did ask him if they were taking part owner of some of the companies, right? Like a percentage of ownership of some of the companies, would that change the messaging? Would they influence what you guys were doing? Because that's the biggest thing. Once you start to take money, you get that outside influence. The whole entire thing folds after that. Doesn't matter the company.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Perfect.
Their mouth has been bought. No, it's not two separate companies, but you don't want to, the more you rely on that money being everywhere, and having influence everywhere in the company, the harder it is to separate it. So you just draw a line and saying, hey, it was even a mistake. I bet you if you ask Greg, like in hindsight, Greg wishes he would have never allowed there to be Reebok CrossFit gyms. So Reebok had like at some point 100 or 300 gyms that they gave money to that they would, they would contact Matt and they'd be like, hey, for $1,000 a year, we'll pay your affiliate fees and give you $5,000 worth of clothes. Can we call your gym CrossFit Reebok Livermore?
Hell yeah.
And in hindsight, Greg wished he would have never allowed that. And actually, in the beginning, he said no, and then somehow something I can't remember the details. We'd have to ask Greg. But basically, the rule is never let anyone onto the methodology of the house. And he never wanted the shoe money to rely on the shoe money. The plan was always, and it got fucked up when he had to go to war with Lauren, and we had to use that money to fight that lawsuit. But the goal was to always use the sponsorship money to push that money back out into the community, either to pay the employees of CrossFit or do nice things for the affiliates, but make it nothing that the company relied upon to operate, so that you wouldn't be beholden to any of them. But like someone said in here, it was fucked the day Greg sold the company, because you have now investors there who are just trying to maximize profits. I get your point for sure. No Chipotle ads on the CrossFit Instagram. That is solely for the promotion of the Instagram. You all said Chipotle was paying their salary now, but they were always. No, they weren't. They weren't.
Yeah, and a simple way to do it too is you would actually separate that by like on the business side of things, I would run 2 separate P&Ls. So you'd have a profit and loss for CrossFit methodology and the affiliates, profit and loss for the games. And if the money over here in the games section was subsidized by the sponsorship, as long as it didn't touch or hurt this P&L, this could go away and it wouldn't affect this. The second this P&L bleeds in, like how you were saying, Will, then you have the problem. So for another example, if every time we had Brian Friend on, it was sponsored by whatever sponsor, and then we said, hey, that's a separate thing. So when Brian Friend is not on, we're going to say whatever the fuck we want. And if that goes against that sponsorship, you guys got to be cool with it if you want to be in bed with us in totality. And they said, hey, we're cool with it, but every time Brian's on, we're going to go this way and we're going to sponsor it this way. And then when he's not on, you guys do whatever we want. We say, okay, great. So then if that money goes away, we go, hey, sorry, the money went away for this particular show, but it didn't affect this side of the house. And you could run it off 2 separate P&Ls, even though they dump it to the same bank account.
Nicholas Canarius, Sevan, you don't think Don Vol can navigate the balance of increasing sponsorship revenue and staying true to the mission? No human being can. There's no human being that can do that. Absolutely not. He seems pretty focused. He can be focused all he wants. Once his paycheck is being paid by fucking Chipotle, he's done. It's done. No, you cannot. It's impossible. No human can do it. I can't do it. Greg can't do it. No one can do it. That you have to keep them away at all costs. Once you take everyone is susceptible. It's done. All they're going to do is they're in now. You have to understand they're in. It's not, can he do it? He's already not done it. They're in. They've just it's cold outside and we're just letting one rat in the kitchen tonight to sleep. Just one. Because it's cold outside. It's okay, Sevan, we can keep the rats out. Motherfucker, I just saw you let one in. You cannot. Well, we let that one in. I don't care how the fuck he got in. I don't even, I'm not even, why do you refuse to pronounce Chipotle correctly? Okay, fine. Someone Chipotle.
There you
fine.
There you
Chipotle.
go. And I do believe Monster is no longer a sponsor of the games.
Chipotle. Yeah, well, they are. They just changed their now. It's called Rain. They did they did something cheeky.
Snuck a jerk in there.
Chipotle. Is that right? And what am I saying? Chipotle. That's what I've been saying.
Chipotle.
Oh, you think Chipotle is different than Chipotle? Chipotle and
Chipotle.
Fuck you. I'll say it how I want to say it.
Oh my god.
Chipotle.
Dude, because there's eventually there's going to be something in the L1 guide that they're not going to fucking like. And it's going to change. Or they're going to release a nutrition course and they're going to use
No, he was saying how would it help? How could it actually help?
Oh.
And I was saying by having a CrossFit, you could do a CrossFit thing on the menu. So then you come in and you're like, you know, some sort of cross branding. So people that are going into Chipotle that don't know about CrossFit will be exposed to the brand somehow.
There's examples of this everywhere, by the way. It's not like I'm just like making this up and like, man, wow, Sevan's either crazy or wow, Sevan's got this amazing business savvy and insight. There's examples of this just fucking everywhere. The entire FDA, CDC, Coca-Cola, Nike, it's all any of these big companies, they're completely fucking compromised. There's nothing true coming out of any of them anymore.
Put a Chipotle in every affiliate. Now we're fucking
Hell yeah.
talking, Sean.
Hell yeah.
Go figure that out for an owner. Now you have to deal with inventory and sanitization of
The
foods and
toilet.
food handler cars. The
Okay.
toilet.
We need something. We need
Yeah,
a
let's bring it
shift change.
back. Segue.
459. See what you want to see here. Just enjoy this. Just enjoy this.
Oh boy.
From Daily Bible Verses.
I can't do this.
Cop just pulls a guy off what looks like the edge of an overpass bridge where he was going to commit suicide. And just talking to him. Just helping a brother out.
Just chilling.
Yeah. But this doesn't make for good TV. This doesn't make for good
Doesn't fit the narrative.
No. Look at.
And now look, he's there with his family and
Look, that chick's wearing Danny Spiegel's top.
Looks like her tattoos too.
Are they praying together?
yeah, it looks like. Or I mean, who knows if they're praying, but just
And that's the dude's dad and the cop hugging. Thanks for saving my son. Wipe the tears off his face.
yeah, but they won't show this.
I know. Isn't that true, Justin? The woke would blame the officer for not letting him do it.
They would just clip it right there and be like, and then he was beaten afterwards. You guys should have seen it.
Hey, you know that happens every day right there. That happens every day. That's only 365 days, but every day, cops save someone's life in the United States. Every day.
Did I tell you the story that when Grace was driving back from downtown, there was a dude in the middle of the street and he had tried to hang himself on the bridge and the zip tie snapped and he fell down and she was the first one that pulled up?
No, where
Did I fucking tell you? I didn't tell you about that?
When was that? In Livermore?
Oh, yes. Okay, so there's a railroad track and then there's a main road that goes into downtown Livermore, right? So it dips underneath the railroad track. It's just a little underpass. And she was driving back from downtown with a friend of ours. And she pulls up, she goes, wait, there's somebody in the road. And so this guy was kind of late, like sitting on the road, like here would be the gutter. And he's kind of just like right off to the side, but like clearly could get hit. So they kind of slow down. She's like, hold on. Because you could see some people kind of up at the top of where the overpass is because there's an apartment complex right there, like coming out a little bit. So they stop. And so she's like, I think he's like on drugs or something. So she yells up to the people like, hey, is this your friend? Like, what's going on? And they don't speak English. They're kind of just like looking like super frazzled. So she goes down there, like runs back and looks at where the guy is and realizes that his legs are folded underneath him.
Oh my God.
And she goes, oh shit. So then she stops for a minute
God.
and then looks back up and our friend that she was with, he parks the car. So then like he comes back down too. And it just so happened that it happened to be a firefighter paramedic was like 2 cars back and sees them stop. So then he stops. So then he runs over and Grace is kind of like looking down at him. And then he comes over and he immediately starts going to work, recognizes the legs right away, goes to check for a pulse. He said then he just looked up at her and was like, hey, you might want to take a couple of steps back. Did someone call 911 already? She goes, yeah, we already called 911. He goes, okay. And then kind of like slowed down. So she was like, oh, fuck, something's wrong. Like he just checked his pulse. So then anyhow, a cop rolls up. EMT comes on scene. They start working on him. And right away, the cop looks down at his legs and goes like this. And immediately just brings his flashlight up to there. And you could see the zip tie hanging.
Oh shit!
And so
she saw that. She saw that.
She didn't see him fall. She pulled
but
up
she
and he
saw
was
the
already
zip
there.
tie.
Oh yeah. So what had happened is he had zip tied himself like just to his neck, and it was just hung by another zip tie. And he flipped his body over the rail, thinking that it would hang him off this overpass.
Yeah.
And instead, the zip tie broke under his weight, and so he just came down and broke both of his legs, and flopped back over. And so he was all fucked up and out of it, and couldn't like answer anything. And so the next morning, she's like telling about this when we go home. And I'm like, what the hell? So he goes off. He survived, by the way. We found out that there was a couple people that worked at one of the restaurants, like was his sister and like knew him. And so we not drive up, but we're walking back downtown. It was relatively close. And she goes, I kind of want to go up there. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go up there. So we get up there and kind of hop over the fence to where he was. There was a full pack of cigarettes that had 2 cigarettes pulled out of it. One was halfway and the other one was completely down. There was a lighter sitting right on the edge. There was the zip tie that was still connected. and 3 zip ties right down where we were.
Did you
And
smoke one of his cigarettes for him, just like in
No, I didn't
commemoration of
touch
him?
any of it. No. But I looked at it and I
He's
was
gonna
like,
go back for him.
I started like thinking to myself, like that guy bought that pack of cigarettes, walked down here, like contemplated that whole entire thing, and like smoked his last cigarette sitting up here, and then zip tied himself. And I was wondering, just kind of like trying to put myself in his situation, like where do you have to be in your life to really like, go that far and contemplate that? And it was crazy. And then a train started to come.
You could
down
find
the
out you
tracks.
lost your job at the White House because someone else was a tranny and you were just a regular white dude. So you lost your job.
It was nuts. And then it was funny because like from my past aerosol RTs adventures, you could hear this like the and I looked at her and you kind of have to move a little bit out of that tunnel. And I go,
oh,
hey, we have to go. A train's coming. And she goes, how do you know? I go, because the track makes it's going to come quick. And sure enough, it was like, meh, and it starts to come and she's like freaks out. And I'm like, hold on, take your breath, get over to the side, like trying to remain calm to like get her back and over the fence. And the whole time I'm thinking, fuck, there's going to be 2 dead people up here. I'm going to get her over. The train's going to come through. But luckily we got over to the other side. Let that be a warning. If you guys are ever on the railroad tracks for any reason and you start to hear a slight buzzing noise, get the hell out of the way, because if that thing comes and you're relatively close, you could also get sucked underneath it.
hey, that's crazy that she wanted to go back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah, it was almost like she had to. Like she was like, yeah. And she was good after that. She works in a hospital, so there was like she's kind of been exposed to that type of stuff before. And I mean, not situation obviously, but loss of life and what have you.
Don't use zip ties is the moral of the story. 463. This will let's look at this. This will be all of them, and I mean all. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Matt. You got exactly what you needed to out of the story. You were running a train on her? Yes. Ontario woman files lawsuit against healthcare provider using irreversible gender transition. Michelle Zagna, a 34-year-old woman from Orillia, Ontario, recently announced a lawsuit she filed against the 8 doctors and mental health professionals who treated her over the years, alleging that they failed to address her complex mental health needs and instead allowed her to self-diagnose as transgender and undergo irreversible procedures that she now regrets. Yep. You're fucked up in your head, completely a scrambled fucking mess. You self-diagnose as transgender and they lop your cock off. Medicine. End of story. That's going to be all of them. No one's ever going to be like happy about it. Not one person. It's like COVID. You want to show me the healthy person who's died? You're never going to see one tranny that's like, oh my God, I'm so happy that I lopped my cock off. Or not one. That's not how life works. We're not made like that. You have to do inside work to get happy, not outside work.
Yeah.
458. This says O'Keefe on his feed. Is it Matt O'Keefe? Did you see Matt Fraser? I only watched half of it. Released a video with Amanda Nunes. I'm so excited to see it. So excited to see it. Oh, James O'Keefe. O'Keefe on his feet. James O'Keefe, those who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who actually do. Those who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who actually do. I'm in a war room at midnight with a few happy warriors making moves. O'Keefe tips at Proton Mail.
I think that's a Steve Jobs clip, isn't it? Quote.
Yeah, I think you're right too. So as you can see, it's on. It looks like he got kicked out of Project Veritas, and now he's on his own.
Book selection is nice.
You know those books?
No, I just find it funny that the title is Crucified by Christians. Like he's being crucified by his own people.
Who replied to my post? It says view replies.
Oh.
Probably yourself.
Oh, maybe.
That would be fucking hilarious.
No.
Oh, nudes. Yes, Evie. Hey, girl.
Young.
What's your name? O'Keefe dressing like Glassman. Yeah, that is funny, right?
Yeah, it's kind of the fit.
How the fuck you get fucked out of your own organization?
Happens all the time.
Watch. This is you're gonna watch Chipotle fucking fuck CrossFit out of its own organization. Just watch. Hey, and they're all gonna pile in now. Just watch. If they don't put a fucking end to that, can you imagine who's running that account? They don't even know. It's some fucking dumb fuck who sucked cock to get to the top, and now they're fucking CrossFit and all the affiliates, and they don't even know. Fucking you, Souza. Sorry.
I knew I felt something.
You're lucky you pivoted to this podcast.
I'm lucky.
You're lucky.
The harder I work, the luckier I get.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I was thinking that too, actually, Eric. I was thinking on preying on him during his weak moments. Maybe O'Keefe will come on the show, needs the airtime. Genitals. Fraser versus Nunes.
Wait, is that a new one?
Jenna versus Nunes. Rolling was fantastic level, and people are shown jiu-jitsu and realize how awesome it is. Souza will take over Sevan Podcast. Watch out. Oh, show.
Tell Sevan's not here and I freak out. You guys really see it?
Souza's going to take money from Souza's going to take money from Chipotle and take over the podcast.
My Chipotle shirt.
4:57. God, we got to get. Do you have time, guys? I want to get through like 10 of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Examples of contradiction. I like this right here. It's a little girl. She's talking to her mom, and she says, "Mommy, what is contradiction?" And the mom responds, "Believing that 18-year-olds couldn't understand their student loans, but 7-year-olds can choose their gender." Like, yeah, thanks.
Perfect.
Number 456. These idiots are so late to the party. Look at these fucking morons. USA weightlifting. Wow. What happened? You got racial equity in the sport. They don't even know what equity means.
Does that mean giving steroids to everybody?
Look at this guy. This guy says it perfect. Equality is opportunity. Equity is outcome. You don't have any right to an outcome, just opportunity. Thank God for people like Derek.
And his photography.
Man. And then you know this person's woke. Look at the one right below it. You know this guy's a fucking woke idiot because he writes it's a keep going, it's a doctor. First of all, it's because he's a doctor. This comment section turned out exactly like I imagined. It's sad. What do you mean? Like he said nothing.
Oh, you responded right.
No, you are sad and your feelings are your own. I give you permission to stop playing the victim and be free. You're welcome. like you fucking idiot. Like he doesn't. So that's always what the woke people do. They never say anything. That's why like all the outs from the Catrins, Doders and shit. They never said anything. That's just woke people. It's just signaling.
Yeah.
Like, once again, that guy says nothing, too.
Racial equity in sport.
Yeah, look at, there it is. The gym is the most equitable place. It doesn't discriminate. 45 pounds is the same weight no matter who you are. Anyway, it's pathetic. They're late to being woke. USA weightlifting. The inclusion playbook. You guys are scumbags.
They had to find some way to become relevant because it's definitely not happening with their weightlifting.
454. Might as well just keep hammering the CrossFit thing. Look at this fucking idiocy. Fucking more idiocy from fucking CrossFit. I'm sorry.
And one last thing too about the sponsorship thing. Like a lot of people were like kind of defending it or will defend it.
Yeah.
And look, that's fine. I definitely think that. But if you don't have somebody like us who's going to hold them accountable and push them back, you're going to get what we got in the fucking US government, which is zero accountability. So whether you agree with this sponsor or the other ones, if you got to look at the framework of what we're talking about and then lean back against that, because that's the only thing that's going to hold HQ accountable. Because if you didn't have that, then it would really just spread quickly. Because anytime they think of a sponsor, they're like, well, okay, how is the community going to react to this? Is it going to be really vocal about it? Will it resonate well? And without at least having that filter through it, then we could be in big trouble quickly.
Look at this slap in the face to all affiliates around the world. This is like this is just CrossFit Black page spitting in your face. I became involved with CrossFit around the same time as the NSCA published a fraudulent article that included fabricated data about CrossFit injury rate. It should go on to say, and we took money from your biggest threat. That's what CrossFit Inc. did. This is what Rosa did when Rosa bought the company. He took money from the biggest threat in the history of the world to CrossFit affiliates, to all gyms everywhere, to anyone who believes in being able to teach people how to move. Places, ballet places, fucking dojos, jiu-jitsu dojos. Greg fought that whole NSCA thing was basically going to be the beginning of fucking licensure for all gyms everywhere in the United States, any kind of gym. And CrossFit and Greg had them on the ropes. And instead, Rosa came in, took fucking money from them, and then sealed the case.
And we have no idea how much, huh?
And now they're trying to leverage some guy who's like, who's a great dude, Graciano Rubio. They're trying to leverage his post to say they did something good. Who the fuck works there? But affiliates will fall for it. Oh, it's not that big a deal, Sevan. Don't worry. It's only one freezer of Coca-Cola in every gym.
Hey, so you know those little videos that I made up out of the gym that were like addressing some like major objections to people starting CrossFit or going into their affiliate?
Yes.
Do you think my ego is coming out here? Do you think, trigger warning, that the reason why they never elevated any of those or even reposted it on a story when I tagged them on every single one was because my affiliation with the podcast? Or do you
will
think
you
they
play
just-
one really quick?
They
Will you
just
play
weren't
one real
like
quick?
good enough. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Dude, if they'll post that shit that
No, it's on mine.
Graciano, I like Graciano Rubio, but if they'll post that shit, your shit's as good or 1,000 times better. Yeah, Graciano Rubio is a legend. I agree. Who the fuck knows? Is it on your? It's on your personal one.
No, not YouTube, on Instagram. Sorry, Caleb.
Is it on your personal on CrossFit Livermore?
It's both. I collaborated with both across.
Okay. I don't even think I have. I don't even think I'm allowed to collaborate.
You're
I wonder
not.
what
I tried
Graciano
to do it.
What?
Well, I've tried multiple times. It won't allow you to collaborate. I've tried.
No collaborating, Sevi.
Yeah, not that one. Go to either that one there, or this, not the 60 minutes one, but the triple obesity, like either one of those.
Yeah. Let's go triple to obesity. Yeah. I like this.
The caption.
CrossFit affiliates, I'm speaking directly to you. What you possess is a solution to the world's most vexing problem, the real pandemic, chronic disease. In the US, obesity rates from 1987 to 2021 have tripled in that time period. If we don't carry this message, if we don't take the CrossFit methodology, pick up the banner and do it ourselves, nobody else will. It's not up to the government, it's not up to CrossFit HQ, it's up to you, the affiliates and the L1 trainers, to take that message and spread it. No one's coming to save us. It's up to you.
I have to. Didn't you just do an event at your gym where Dawn was there and they talked to affiliates who had de-affiliated just to kind of like to hear them out?
Yeah, it wasn't really an event. It was kind of like a private invite thing. But yeah, Dawn came to the affiliate with.
All I'm saying is that people know who you are. They're watching your account. You're as vocal as you can be as an affiliate. I would hate. Yeah, I know that there's other things that we have done that they definitely. I know that there's haters there of this podcast, and they would rather hate on us than do things that are what's better for the community. That's not my opinion. I objectively know that, and I apologize. I can't give you examples, but I don't want to dime people out. But it's been very, very clear to me.
Yeah, and that one maybe wasn't the best example because like people are saying like I use the word like pandemic and they maybe want to stay away from that. But there's other ones that like when I talk about the community. Like I've done like 2 of them on the community or like how the
hey dude, if they would just
like,
ask you to remake like back in the day, if I was head of media and I saw that and there was a word in there I didn't like, I would just be like, hey, I really like that. Would you mind remaking it? And the affiliate would be like, no problem. I'd be like, hey, can you just do it with the light on your face instead of your back, or can you do it without the Coke sign in the back, or it's just something.
Yeah, the caption that says vaccine problem.
But you know this too, Sousa, right? You know this too, that there are people there who it's more important for them to protect their ego than do what's best for the affiliates. And once you know that and you've witnessed that, it's hard ever to fucking trust them at all. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Sean Sullivan, remember the people who bought CrossFit bought it to destroy it from within. That one with you guys and Rodney Mullen is epic.
Yeah, which I really got to thank you for that, because I wasn't going to do it. And I asked you, and you're like, dude, let's go.
Oh, that was something funny happened there, right?
What do you mean?
Like I went over there, like when we went over there to say hi to him.
Yeah.
I did something funny. I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
455, Common Sense World.
I should keep reposting Greg's 5 buckets of death. It's so good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally. So good. So good.
So I have questions. Large chemical spill in Ohio. Where are the environmentalists? Grown men are showing up in women's locker rooms. Where are the feminists? People are losing their jobs because they're not complying with a mandatory Coke. Where are the human rights activists? Are you catching on yet? Anyone else have questions? So
those people who normally stand up for those things are the things that are supporting it now. Something happened to those people. I used to be part of those people. I don't know what happened to them. It was like magic. Poof. 451, climate. So weird. Yeah, all those people are the people who are supposed to be against the men in the women's bathrooms are now for it. I don't know what happened to them.
Crazy. I would love to see you as with that liberal mindset now.
So
conversations.
So weird. Okay, here we go.
Think about then anything that is about climate. We're talking about the environment. We're talking about extreme changes to the climate that manifest itself in a number of ways, including extreme weather events. Think from my home state of California, wildfires to hurricanes, tornadoes. Think about the climate issue in the context of what we need to do to deal with, for example, extreme heat and what that means in urban communities where there's only asphalt that just actually exasperates the heat effect, and where there are no trees. And what that means in terms of the public health consequences of that. When I think about.
Did she mean exacerbates? Did she mean exacerbates?
I just heard extremes and heats. I've heard enough. I'm terrified. Whatever they need.
She said exasperates. I wonder if that's a word.
Not to like express something, like to.
Yeah, like get it. Yeah, like squeeze something out.
Squeeze the tar out of the asphalt.
Irritate and frustrate. Exasperate. I think she meant exacerbate.
And you could tell it's all bullshit because she says extreme and uses like different adjectives to describe it in this like big way, but doesn't ever tell you like, hey guys, 10 years ago, the average temperature was X. Now it's X. Now it's X. If we look back at them, we could tell that, like give some sort of parameter, some sort of definition, and then paint the picture of what it is. Instead, it's just like, hey guys, you should be afraid and go along with what we say.
I want to hear her explain climate change. She said there's tornadoes and hurricanes in her home state. We don't have those, just in case anyone's wondering. I live in California. We don't have tornadoes or hurricanes.
Till HARP starts doing some more testing.
Caller, hi.
Hey, Sevan, it's Craig. I'm from Oklahoma.
Hi, Craig. Ryan, I will not take Trudeau over her. Sorry. Okay, go on.
Nothing. I really just wanted to call. I never get to listen at this time. I never get to listen live because I'm at work from 9 to 11 when y'all are on. And I just wanted to call and thank you and Matt and Caleb and everybody for being seekers of truth. I don't always agree with everything you all say. I agree with more than I don't. But I'm just grateful to have a podcast like this to listen to where people are just trying to get down to the bottom of things and the truth. And just wanted to call and say I appreciate you guys and thanks for everything you're doing. So
awesome. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, what makes today different than why aren't you at work today?
I'm a firefighter and we work 10 shifts a month. And I just happen to normally I coach and because it's an open day today, I don't coach till this afternoon. So normally I have to coach in the mornings when I'm off at the fire service. But
Today I'm off because I don't coach till 4:30 tonight. So anyway,
how's your back?
But I listen. How's my back?
Yeah.
My back's good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah. Anyway, grateful for everything y'all do. And like I said, I listen all the time. I probably listen to 600 of your episodes. I just don't ever get to listen live, and I just wanted to call and say thanks. So
what's something you don't agree? Does anything stand out that you don't agree with? Like just on top of your head that I keep repeating over and over and you're like, dude, you got it wrong.
Oh, I won't say I should probably change my verbiage. Not necessarily that I don't agree with you. I'm raised in Oklahoma, so you can imagine I'm a Protestant. And so I honestly think it's super cool to have listened. I caught on to you guys. I've been doing CrossFit for about 4 years now. And I caught on to you guys because of the Matt, Sevan, and Josh podcast. And then I've just been listening ever since. And I'll be honest with you, as a Protestant and a believer in God, it's super cool to see your journey from 3 years ago to where you are now. So I think it's super cool to hear your talks on abortion and just all the different kinds of things that you discuss. So like I said, I'm probably a little bit more, I'm considered a liberal in Oklahoma, but they would be laughed at if I was called a liberal in California. So yeah, all my friends say you can't be a liberal and a Christian, but I'm considered pretty liberal here, but I would be exceedingly moderate anywhere else in the country. But it's just cool to see that balance, because we don't get that a lot in Oklahoma. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with right or left or whatever you want to believe. I just don't like the extremes, and we don't get very much moderation here. And so it's cool to hear you guys talk and really try to seek the truth, not this way or that way, but what's true about this topic. And so anyway.
Hey, are most of your friends conservative?
Yes. I'm kind of an anomaly because I have went to college for vocal performance. So I have like a theater background. So I'm a fireman that also does theater. So I have a ton, all my fireman friends are Republicans or conservatives. And then everybody in the theater, as you would imagine, is very liberal, especially for Oklahoma. They're very, very liberal. So it's kind of funny. I get both sides of it, but I would say the majority of Oklahoma would be considered extremely conservative. So,
hey, how was vocal school? I want my kids to be singers.
Singers? Yeah, do it. Yeah. It's like anything else, man. You can have you can be naturally gifted, and you might then become Pat Vellner or Matt Frazier, but anybody can do it. Just like CrossFit, man, anybody can do it and get better at it. And like I do it as a hobby. I love it. And I was 270 pounds when I became a driver. Matt might understand this. I became a driver and got lazy and got up to like 265 pounds. And CrossFit changed my life. I'm 205 now. My wife too. My wife lost 75 pounds. Wow. Our 2 daughters. We have twin 18-year-old girls, and we all go to the gym at the same time at 4:30 in the afternoon and work out together. And it's literally other than Jesus Christ, it's changed my life more than anything ever. So
you think I'm going to get saved? You think I'm going to find Jesus going to come ever save me? Is it my fault or his fault? I think he's dilly-dallying.
You're already there.
Oh, you think he's dilly? Yeah, I would. Once you're a seeker, you're on the right path. It is Jesus Christ's work, but you do have to accept it at some point. But believe it or not, Sevan, there's tons of people that listen to you, probably thousands, that pray for you every day, because I think it's that important. But I do think, I also don't think it does me any good to push you. That's something between you and God. And for me to push you would be pointless, but I can pray for you. And it is really cool to hear your journey.
Awesome. Hey, dude, thanks for calling. You the man. Thanks for being a good firefighter out there. People in your community are lucky when you show up.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, like I said, thanks for everything you're doing for the community. It means a lot.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. See you.
Okay. Hey.
Bye.
And tell people about the show so we get more listeners, so I get rich. And
I do. Trust me.
Thank you.
I tell people all the time, and they're like, Sevan who? And I'm like, no, really, he's a big deal.
It's not Sevan. It's not Chipotle. It's Sevan. It's not Sevan. It's not Sevan. It's Sevan.
You 100% got me, because I was like, why is he not pissed off about this? Because he should be pissed off, because he gets pissed off at his name. So you're 100% right.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
Bye.
Bye.
No one's ever said my name right. My mom doesn't even know how to say my name.
You just changed it. Reminds me of, I used to go to school with a girl named Talia, and like we were in the same class all the time? Like, you ever have those same people that kind of follow you from grade to grade, and you end up having like at least one class with them or a bunch of them? Her name was Talia, and she'd always either say, "It's Talia," and then if you said Talia, she'd say, "It's Talia," and then just confuse the fuck out of everybody.
Sounds like a good girl. Was she hot?
No.
Oh.
She was cool though. I liked her. She wasn't bad looking. I feel bad now, even though she's probably not gonna watch the show. She wasn't bad looking. She
Moderate.
Yeah, you wanted. Yeah, thank you, Caleb.
She's a mid. She's mid.
Sebi, are you ready to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? I am. I've done it many times.
There you go. Now it's done. Congratulations. Is that how that works?
Congratulations, you're a Christian.
Can somebody fact check this? 450. Oh shit!
Did you see
my room shaking? No, I'm joking.
Oh, hey, did you see what Seth called you? What he called you in his podcast? A Taoist?
A Taoist? Yeah.
Taoist. Yes. That was a good one. Okay, sorry.
This says okay. I don't know if this is true. This is just I don't know if this is true. Here we go.
The sovereign nation, it was attacked and invaded illegally by a dictator who rules the end of the Soviet Union. Surely those of us who believe in the rule of law and international stability should be doing everything we can to make sure that Ukraine prevails, shouldn't we?
I don't agree with what you said in your question there. There were some opinions you put in there. And the thing is, with this conflict, it's actually started in 2014. We had the Minsk agreements where there was an agreement between NATO powers and Russia and Ukraine to give Crimea autonomy and to give the Russian-speaking people in the Donbass autonomy as well. But those agreements are broken. And what you have is the Ukrainian regime, the Poroshenko and then the Zelensky regime afterwards, have been bombing and shelling ethnic Russians in the Donbass area for 8 years, with 14,000 people at least being killed. And so I think what's happened there is that Putin has basically gone in what he calls a special military operation in order to try to protect the lives of Russian people in the Donbass, because Western governments in NATO were actively arming the Ukrainian government, which actually is filled with real Nazi battalions like the Azov battalion and the Right Sector and so on. So it's not quite as how you laid out in your question. And the thing is, I think people in this country are completely fed up of it, because it's got really nothing to do with the lives of ordinary people in the UK, and are fed up of the government, the power in the.
Okay, so what this guy is saying is that in 2014 there was an agreement called the Minsk Agreement, and Crimea should have had autonomy, and because the Ukrainians weren't allowing it, that pissed the Russians off. They're also saying that over the last 8 years, Ukrainians have killed 14,000 people by bombing ethnic Russians that are in the Donbass region, wherever that is, and that also that they have Nazi battalions in their midst. Dick Butter, so many actual Nazis in the Ukraine, and libs are all in. The Ukraine war is a giant money laundering scheme. All of that is true, what he is saying.
Yeah, if you pull up on Wikipedia, like what the Azov Battalion is, it says that they have some neo-Nazi ideology. But I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been giving far too much money to them, considering what's going on in the United States. I don't think that we need to be doing that.
Victor Brown. When I read his comment, I do it in that funny accent.
A Russian accent?
Sevan, did you see the Jake Paul Tom Fury press conference? They made an all or nothing stipulation. No, I don't know what that is. Oh, who gets the money? When you say all or nothing, or who? That fight I see is like at 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is weird. That means I'm probably not going to watch it. I'll be doing shit with my kids. Right?
No, I'm laughing at this other comment that just came in from our caller, which is funny because he slipped something in there that he realized after the fact.
Who? Which guy?
Craig.
Wait a minute. Did someone call me a homo? Yes. When you said you do singing, it was just it's just a bro joke. Those are ones I usually edit out. I don't usually let that stuff out. I'm not proud of that joke. You said I went to vocal school and I yelled homo. It's just I usually try to keep my humor around the 14-year-old level. That was like more like 12-year-old level.
Your homo.
I did see that. Sevan, did you see Nikki Rod is fighting Pena on Saturday instead of Gordon Ryan? I saw that. Okay, 449. I wonder if anyone's making the journey with me. I wonder if there's anyone who's like, maybe Sevan and I get. Oh, we already saw this. Don Lemon, douche nozzle. We already saw this.
Douche nozzle.
448, diversity. God, I would like to get through so many of these.
Oh, this one's gonna be good,
dude. Last night's show was huge. Did you see the fucking numbers this morning? Oh yeah, this is good. Patrick Bet David was a guest on the show. Here he is speaking to this lady. This is a lady who was doing the podcast circuit about a year or two ago. She escaped North Korea, and it looks. I don't know if this is an old clip or not. I think it's a new clip because she looks different. Something's happened to her. She doesn't look the same.
Yeah, the United States has happened.
Yeah, yeah. Freedom has happened to her.
Yeah, and this is a recent clip. I think she was on like last week or something like that.
Okay, here we go.
Invited to speak at FBI Dallas last year, and then like 2 days right before my event, the head of diversity calls me, and then she calls me. My political opinions are too controversial, so she has canceled me. Get
out of here. Bingo.
At FBI.
I told you.
But we agreed that I'm going to only speak about my experience from North Korea, nothing about American politics, just my journey to freedom.
And they still didn't let you?
No.
In Dallas. Wow.
Yeah, FBI Dallas.
Which is in Texas, which is still a red state.
I know.
Yeah. So that's very weird. What was the justification?
I guess I was not diverse enough. I mean, the head of diversity course.
I'm an Asian defector. North Korea.
Yeah.
You're not diverse enough.
That chick was invited to speak at the FBI, and their head. Did you see? Sorry, guys. They said their head of diversity called her, and it was a she. I would love to know if any of those DEI people, if there's any men. And I would guarantee you that if there is a man who's head of a DEI in a company, 100% he's gay.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say too.
100%.
Yeah,
it's all women or it's only gay. And why is that? Because we're different. We're different.
Could you imagine defecting from North Korea and then going to talk to an intelligence agency about your time in North Korea, which we have, I don't know, very minimal knowledge of, and then the DEI director says that you can't come speak to an intelligence agency because you're not diverse enough? Are you shitting me? You know how much information you just like didn't give this person? Like all these FBI
wrong priorities again, Caleb, right? Wrong priorities again.
That whole thing's fucked. Have you guys heard her talk before and like her experience?
Yeah,
and, like the stuff she says. Like
fucking crazy.
Yeah, when she came here and they were like, "Hey, like, what's your favorite color?" And she was like, "What? There's not even language that exists for me to have a choice about my favorite color."
She had no idea.
Like, hey, what'd you want to wear? Like, how's this? And she's like, I get to choose what I want to wear. And like people think that you know we're a couple of weird twists away from headed down that path too far to where it can't be undone.
Hey, I'm gonna say something. It's pretty out there. I'm gonna explore, but I bet you that most racist men are gay too. I bet you if like you went back in time and you fucking unhooded all the KKK dudes, that something fucked up happened to them, and their racism is a twist of some sort of inability to accept the fact that they want cock in their mouth. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm dead serious.
No, it doesn't sound that crazy.
I'm dead serious. It just sounds so a confident man and maybe confident woman has no interest in any of those things. I don't think about gender. I don't think about being gay or straight. I don't identify with being white or black. I'm so fucking deep and entrenched in this stillness of fucking who I am. And when I see any of those things manifesting, I just think unfortunately, I think something got to you at a young age and fucked up your shit, fragmented your personality.
Yeah, I mean, think about how crazy it would sound if I was like, hey, guys, you want to all dress up in these fucking ghost costume with these hoods so no one knows who we are and we could go over and just hate on that group of people. And you're like, shit, I don't know. I mean, I got to get the kids ready for bed. I mean, I just got home from a hard days of work. We got to get dinner started. And I'm like, no. Trust me, this is priority. We got to go over there and burn some crosses on some front yards because this is going to do.
I'm even, as weird as this can sound, I'm even going to say the David Goggins shit and the Jocko Willink shit and all that shit. Something's weird. Like, I don't think real men pound their chest like that.
Wait, who do you think pounds their chest? Both those guys?
Just all those guys. Like, I don't think I never have to do anything to pretend to be a man. I never do anything out of I'm never like, hey, I'm going 60 on the freeway and that's kind of feminine. I'm going to go 68. I never do anything like I never do anything to try to convince anyone that I'm more manly than I am. Never.
Wait,
nothing.
Do you consume a lot of their material though?
No.
Those two guys?
No.
Okay.
Just from the stuff I see on Instagram.
Yeah.
There's just it's like this chest pounding shit. You're saying I'm off? It's just more motivational.
Yeah, I've listened
healthy.
to
Okay.
I've listened to all of Goggins's books or both the books, and I've read both of
I haven't read
Jocko's
any of them.
books.
Okay.
And I
apologize. I retract. Thank you for correcting me. Oh, Goggins was severely abused in his book. Okay. Well,
big time. His dad was like a pimp and used to beat his mom, and fucking it's an intense story. And then in the second book, have you listened to both of them, Caleb? The newest one? Dude, he brings his mom into the studio on the second one, and they go a little bit deeper down that rabbit hole of their relationship. And basically, he's like, "Hey, when we were getting fucking beat and this terrible life was around us, what took so long to escape it? Like, what were you thinking?" Kind of deal. It's kind of intense.
Justin H, you're off on Jocko. Okay, cool. Well, good. That makes me happy. I don't think there's ever. No one has to pretend like it's not. Those aren't healthy behaviors. By healthy, I don't mean that they're unhealthy. It's just that you should just let them go. Just do what you want to do. Just be a good person. Just do the right thing. I'm not holding the door open because it's something men do. Maybe that's what my mom taught me when I was little. I'm holding the door open because Caleb has 3 drinks and he's coming behind me, and it's the fucking decent thing to do as just a human being.
Yeah, I should have sent you this clip. There was a clip of
not those kind of drinks. I was thinking more like it's a coffee shop. Like I was picturing you like this, like when you hold like 3 drinks and you do that weird thing with your fingers.
Yeah. Sorry.
You get all 3 of them in a
I've been drinking a lot of coffee lately.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I strike that from the record. Sorry about Kako and Goggins and Watkins. Goggins and Watkins. I apologize. They're great dudes, and I don't want to dog anyone who's making a valuable contribution to making people better.
Rough start, caller. Rough start.
Caller, hi. Okay.
That's enough of that.
Felt like someone was calling in, maybe from an airplane or something, like a pilot.
Hey, I'm live on my podcast. Can I call you later?
Nice. Yeah. Just check out that text I sent you and see if it's good or bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't comment on it because I kind of had some strong feelings about it, and I thought I should say it to you.
Exactly. And I haven't sent it yet, so I'll wait for you.
Okay.
Later.
Bye. The great Travis Bajan. Kako and Dawkins. Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad you unfucked me. Thank you for gently doing that, Sousa. I appreciate it. Caller, hi.
Better audio or no?
Oh, much better. Thank you.
You guys were talking about manly men. I figured I'd call in.
Yes, good job.
Perfect timing, Gabe.
I don't know. Is this Gabe or Jethro? I'm going to go with Gabe.
Gabe.
Yeah, it's Gabe.
Gabe. Do you think you and Jethro sounded like Gabe?
Yeah, I know. I mean, from the East Coast, kind of like a New York area, so I guess.
Okay. All right. Very manly. You guys, very manly voice.
So I'm calling. I'm making your blend right now.
Oh, that's awesome. I am literally the next cup of coffee I have. I'm literally going to run out of Paper Street coffee.
Now, here's the thing: since a lot of people are on, would people be okay? What do you? Do people like your blend, your little decaf and a little bit of caffeine, 50-50 type of thing?
Yeah. So what Gabe's asking me is, I was asking Gabe. I was like, "Hey, I'm mixing the beans. I'm mixing decaf and regular beans. What about making a blend that's just half and half, so I can drink coffee, but it's just not as strong? Because I like to drink. Like if I do 3 podcasts a day, that's a lot of coffee to drink.
I mean, up to the people. If they like it, we'll put it on the website. If not, it's only for you.
Okay. Does anyone want no 50-50 from Mike straight off the bat? My God. Corey Leonard, no. Wow. This is no. Oh, wow. Jeez Louise, guys.
Eric as well. No.
It's only for you then.
Oh, someone Eric says, is there an option to make it even stronger? Corey, we need all the caffeine. Holy shit.
Is that 50-50 minus the decaf?
we could do 50-50 minus the decaf. It'll just be your regular Tyler.
Dylan Rogers, no, all or nothing.
All right.
Well, I'll give you guys a caffeine decaf option only, and then the 50-50 will just be for Sevan.
Okay, thank you. Dylan S., do you drink it in a sippy cup? God, I'm getting tossed. I'm getting beat up here.
All right, let me go make sure I don't burn half this place down. I'll talk to you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gabe.
Hey, Gabe.
Wow.
Perfect way to test that little market research, huh? And quickly, we now know.
I think the way Gabe gets the caffeine out of the beans is not unhealthy. I think there's a chemical way that might be unhealthy. But I think he does it with water or something. Okay. Oh, yes, decaf is unhealthy, he's saying. Allison, don't tell him. Sean M., what idiot invented decaf? I know. When I'm big on when I'm drinking shitloads of coffee, I think that too.
I like decaf. You get like a late afternoon coffee.
Will you Google that? Why is decaf unhealthy? And I'll read it. There's something about the process of how they take the caffeine out of the beans that's supposedly bad for you. You get, you get Simple Green in your coffee or some shit. Do they still make Simple Green? Do you remember that stuff?
Simple Green.
But you can buy but you can buy a decaf that doesn't have methylene chloride. Oh, here, Gabe is just the process of decaf is horrible. Horrible in what way? Bad for you? The hard bean. Decaf facts. The process. The hard beans are warmed and soaked in liquid to dissolve and remove the caffeine in one of four ways: using water alone, using a mixture of water and solvents, most common methylene chloride and ethyl acetate, applied either directly or indirectly, or using water and supercritical carbon dioxide. Yeah, let's do the mountain water process. Oh, Swiss water process. Yeah, let's do that for Sevi. Let's do that for Sevi.
Yeah.
I know. Decaf is for pussies. There's no doubt.
Oh, come on, a little late afternoon coffee, but you don't want to be up all night because you got to wake up at 4:45 in the morning every day. Nothing wrong with that.
There was this example that William Briggs gave at the conference, Broken Science Conference, I wanted to share with you guys. And I'm going to give you two examples, and you can do with it what you want. The Swiss water process. The Swiss water process is a patented decaffeination method that uses only water to remove 99.9% of the coffee's caffeine content. Hey, that's an interesting thing. I wonder if you could use the water process and just remove 50% of the caffeine.
Yeah.
Cut the time in half.
Yeah. If I asked you to pick a number, Caleb.
7.
Oh, perfect.
Between 1 and 5, and I will write this number down.
Perfect. I love this.
I will write this number down here. Hold on.
1 and 5.
Yeah, 1 and 5. Yep.
You drink some water.
But before you pick the number, I want you to tell me what the chance is that you get it right. What's the chance you get it right?
Wait, do you want me to help you out with it?
Sure.
Yeah, please.
He first picks the number, and then after he picks it, you say what is the probability that is right.
I could go either way. I think I can go either way.
Okay.
What are the chances are that you get the number right? Or pick a number. We can go either way.
Because first he's got to establish the hypothesis.
Oh, sure. Okay, fine.
Sorry.
So I have like 1 in 5 chance of getting it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about 20%. You have a 20% chance of getting it right.
Sure.
Okay. So did you pick a number?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I show you the number.
No, wait. Hold on. You have to ask him to guess the number that you picked.
Guess the number I picked.
Yeah. Between 1 and 5, Sevan picked the number. He wrote it down. Now you need to guess the number that he picked. What do you guess? Just say
3.
Okay, 3. Now, what is the probability?
Oh, no. I was going to guess the number.
No. What is the probability that you guessed the correct number that Sevan wrote down?
20%.
Okay. Sevan.
So then I show you this, and you see the number.
And the number is
1.73210.
Oh. We're doing those numbers, huh?
Yeah. And the point is this. The point is you can only know what you know. And if you don't know that it's it's any number, then you can't have perspective on it. You can't there's something that you're looking at it wrong. You can only offer the knowledge or the ideas or the guesses based on the perspective you have. And if your perspective of numbers is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then of course you're going to think you have a 20% chance of getting it right. And if no one told you, or you don't have that perspective, or you don't think like that, you'll be totally off. I'm going to give you another example too. If I flip a coin and I ask you if it's heads or tails, right? And I put my hand on it, and what's your chance of getting it right?
50%.
Right? And now I go like this. And what's my chance of getting it right?
100%.
Right. Because of my perspective. So just remember that. You just have to remember that's what's going on around us. Nonstop, continuously. It's just a fucking matter of perspective. The probability of you getting something right is all based on your perspective. It's a huge reason why there's no truth in science. You want to add something else to that, Sousa? I know you do.
No, I like the way you explained it, but what happened for people that are in the broken science is Briggs ran this experiment. He did the same exact thing. He wrote down a number and he said, okay, the number is through 1 through 5. Somebody tell me the number that I wrote down. And then somebody said 2. And then he goes, okay, well, how'd you come up with that number? What deductive reasoning did you use to use that number? And he says, well, I saw you write it down. And then the whole room laughed. And he goes, okay, so what's the probability that it's right? He said, well, 20%. He goes, well, you just said you saw me write it down. Your hypothesis is pretty sound. You have evidence. Then the whole room started to agree, right? So what the point of that was, is it was actually built off of an incorrect hypothesis. So the model that gentleman was using, that everybody agreed, which would then become consensus, was built off a false hypothesis to begin with. Okay. And then so once Briggs spun it around and showed that it was the 1.7 number, the whole entire thing completely failed, and all the evidence that was supported by that person writing it down, and then the consensus of the group agreed, they weren't anywhere close, because then going to what Sevan said, the perspective up on it is that they were just looking through a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They didn't actually use the whole entire scope of spectrum to look at the problem.
I'll give you another example too. We were told that the vaccine prevented transmission, and then once it started going through, once we saw that it didn't prevent transmission, they interviewed the head of the CDC, Walensky. I don't know if you guys remember this video. I showed it, and they said, "Hey, like, what made you think that it prevented transmission?" And she said, "Well, because we were hoping what CNN was reporting was true."
And that's the experiment that you just ran right now.
Holy fuck! You were hoping that what CNN said was true, and you're the head of the CDC. It's
That's like me hoping that what mom says about Santa Claus is true.
Yes.
And then basing everything you do off that premise of that's true. So then the way I conduct myself and everything I do is based off of that.
Supposition. Okay. We were hoping that what Pfizer said was true. Okay. 447, behaviors of a confident person. I don't have a bunch of these. This was unsettling for me. This made me very unconfident. I don't believe in evil. Sevan, you are leaving out the fact that a lot of people in charge have evil intent.
Interesting.
So what are the behaviors of a confident person? They don't cross their arm. Confident people don't cross their arms because they're not feeling defensive, nor do they have anything to hide. All right. Or they just have smoking habit. They don't constantly check social media. Okay. I don't constantly check social media. Only 5 hours a day. They listen 10 times more than they speak. I definitely don't do that. They celebrate their peer success. I do that. Confident people don't seek approval from others. God, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I understand that. Can I read the description of that? Don't we want approval from other people? What do they mean by that? Confident people gain attention due to their brilliant work. Since their self-worth comes within, they don't need approval from others. But they do their brilliant work to show others. Right? No one's writing novels if there's no one to read them.
True.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would quit this fucking podcast if it wasn't growing. They never gossip. Oh, I'm fucked. Confident people realize that another person's private is none of their business. When people engage in gossip, all it serves is to make themselves more judgmental and toxic. God, I love gossiping. It's like my sugar. I love telling stories. I love shit. Oh shit, I love to gossip. I know. It's great, isn't it? They're in a pleasant mood most of the time. Common people aren't easily thrown off their emotional game. They don't feel insulted or slighted as easily as other people. And this is part of their appeal. Yeah, I'm almost always in a pretty damn fucking good mood. Even when I'm in a bad mood, I kind of enjoy. I'm in a good mood. I enjoy it. They maintain eye contact. Yeah, I'm great with eye contact. They aren't ashamed to ask for help. Fuck no, I'm not. I'll ask for help in a second.
All right, so we got like 8 out of 9 of them.
No, there was like a few. I cross my arms. I gossip. Keep go. There was another one. Go back up the other way. They never gossip. God, I'm the opposite. I'm always gossiping. They don't seek approval from others. I like approval from others. I like my wife. Wait, 4. Let me see what was 4. They celebrate what? They celebrate their. I do that. They listen. And I'm half. I'm only half. I have 4 of them. I don't do.
Wait, repeat the 4 you don't do.
I cross my arms.
Okay.
I don't listen 10 times more than I speak.
Okay.
I do seek a little bit of approval from others.
Everybody does.
Okay, keep going down a little bit. There is one more, I think.
The gossip.
The gossip, yeah.
Okay, so that's 4. All right.
I have room to grow. If I had all of those, I'd probably just be dead. Right? That's when you transition.
You transition, all right.
I guess you have to know your audience. I don't like those people who don't know their audience. That's what I mean, approval from others. Like if I sense that someone's not listening to me, I'll stop talking.
Fair.
If I'm in the room talking and my wife leaves the room, I stop talking. I don't keep talking.
I'll yell at my wife through the house. We'll have conversations from the kitchen to like the living room to like upstairs.
Wow. My wife will keep talking if I leave the room.
Like, does she see she could still hear you, or is it just like she's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna finish this damn sentence?
Like I'll be carrying the basket of clothes like to the laundry room as I walk to the bedroom, and she'll start talking to me, and I'll just keep walking away while she's talking to me because I got the basket. I'm trying to make it over there, and she'll just keep talking to me, and I'll come back and I'll be like, "What did you say?" But the whole time I'm walking away, I'm like, "Oh, she's not gonna stop."
I usually just say, "I'm listening, keep talking," and then I just continue to walk away.
But is it like, really you know, like the drunk guy that's at the party that'll like be talking and you're like, fuck, how do I get out of this conversation? So you just like exit stage left and then they just keep talking until they make eye contact with somebody else and they just keep rolling that conversation.
Hey, there was this dude who was like one of Greg's right-hand man. He was in the council, really smart guy. He worked at CrossFit. And he would still on podcast. He would we have to remember to get that clip, that Don that clip, the Greg Glassman clip.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where that is. Was that? Does anyone remember where that was? Was it the hour mark?
It was just past the hour mark.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He started at 53 minutes.
Oh, is that when he called at 53?
Mm-hmm.
This guy literally would talk, and we would be in a room together, and I would leave and go to the bathroom and come back, and he'd still be talking. And it wasn't like an isolated incident. Like he just didn't even know. He would just be talking like this. And he said some really smart shit, but man.
Pauline is a good dude. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paulina.
Do you remember her? Did you meet her?
Did I?
Yeah, she was at Broken Science.
Oh, cool. Hopefully.
She was the 20-year-old girl who, tall swimmer, came from Texas just to hear Greg speak for the day.
Oh, that's awesome. Hi, Paulina. If I met you.
433, Joe Biden. I hope this is funny.
Like a lot of those people that I met right before the event started, I don't know why, but I was super anxious before it started.
For the
running
event.
around, running around, like checking those cameras. I had to like stand on that stage so that way, like Jay could like frame all the stuff up and things.
It is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
That's good. That's healthy.
I was just gonna sit in the back with you, so I don't know. I was even nervous. No part to play.
Hey, look, man, I don't give a shit what you say. You can pull off anything you want. All white people look alike. Whatever joke or whatever you want to do. If you think that this person right here, CNBC, and this person, MSNBC, one day ago. All right, one day ago. If you think that this dude right here, him, all right, is the same as Vice President Biden. Vice President Biden from 7 years ago. If you think this is the same person, hey, look, man, I don't give.
I'm telling you, I trip on it every time someone says it. I trip on it. I go, is this going to be one of those things where we? Did I hear Joe?
Man, come on, man. Come on, man.
Wow. Every time I hear someone say that it's not the same Joe, something happened to him, right? I mean, he's had massive plastic surgery. It's not the same fucking guy.
Dude, like he's at the age where like it kind of goes exponentially, right? Like 7 years from, how old is he now? 79?
But he looks
80.
younger now than he did then. He looks smoother now.
Oh, I thought he looked better as the vice president.
Well, he looks more like a human. He doesn't look human anymore.
It'd be like a something on The Simpsons or Futurama where they just grab the back of his skin and like stretch it tight and clothespin it back there.
It's something. Look at, okay, so Andrew is saying a person can change a lot in 7 years, especially at that age. Also, the presidency ages you. I hear you.
Yeah. Oh, that has been a thing with the presidents like aging super quickly. Like if you look at that photo of Obama, like you got to know droning all those innocent kids and children in other countries really took a toll on him.
His blood is basically Adderall now.
Lucky.
I'm just telling you, I don't want to be one of those stupid people like in a few years when we find out he's a CIA. Oh shit. Oh shit.
That's exactly what I thought.
Joe Biden.
I mean, something is up. Something is up. And Joe, I'm telling you. Hey, did they ever say that did someone really give $500 to the show?
Yeah, dude,
Frank?
it's still lingering up there.
Hey, I'm clicking the button and I can't, it won't pop up.
Oh, dude, I got you.
It's
only because it highlights it at the top for us. It won't bring it up unless we go find that comment.
Frank Curto.
Wow.
Fucking tripping. I wonder if he's tripping. I wonder if he really meant $4.99 and he's going to text me later and be like, hey, you got to give me that money back. I need that to pay rent.
I didn't want to say anything.
Got to get my girl an abortion. You got to give that back to me.
Oh, fuck.
He's 60 years old. I don't think he's.
If that guy's 60 years old, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Hey, that guy should be in
59.
movies. Okay, let's just stay on the pulse with this Joe thing.
Okay. We're going to get to the bottom of it, I think.
Fraudulent credit card. That would be awesome.
He's like, here's $4,000. I don't give a shit. It ain't my credit card.
Can you sell wall space behind you? Yeah, I'd sell that shit to Chipotle. in a
Oh,
second.
yeah. I'll sell this whole show.
Any wall I'm in front of, you can
Yeah.
sell it.
Your ad here.
Okay. 445 government abortions. Like good old government abortion.
How can you explain the deregulation that the Republican Party supports for smaller government, and simultaneously the hundreds, if not thousands, of bills passed by Republican officials since 2011 that have policed the woman's body and limited female access to contraceptives and to abortion?
We talk about birth control and abortion. Let's set aside for one moment the debate about whether or not abortion is a constitutional right. I would submit that it is not. You can read the Constitution, squeeze lemon juice on it, hold it upside down. It's just not in there. But let's assume it was. Let's assume it was sort of invisibly there as part of the Bill of Rights. Right up there with free speech and right up there with the right to religion and the right to assembly and so on. Here's my question to you. Why should the abortion right be subsidized when none of our other fundamental rights are? I mean, you have a right to free speech. Does the government give you money to start a newspaper? You have a Second Amendment right to own a gun. Is the government going to buy you a shotgun? You have a right to free assembly. You got to do it on your own time. You have a right to free exercise of religion. The government's not going to pay for your churches. So since the government pays for none of our other fundamental rights, why does this right get to be in a category of itself?
How I don't understand how anyone can see isn't one of the premises to protect all life in the Constitution? What is it? There's three things, like free. There's three things. I don't understand how there can be abortion still. I really don't. How it's legal. What are the three things?
Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, life, liberty. Thank you. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
So it'd be number one on that list then.
Yeah, it's kind of all of them. You're fucking all of them by killing the baby. It's life.
Life, yeah. Got no liberty in there.
Yeah, is abortion healthcare? Yeah, it's like, yeah. God, it's so that guy's smart though. That Dinesh D'Souza guy. 438. I hope most conspiracies end this way. Yeah, wouldn't that? Yeah, you don't get to start a news. The government's not going to subsidize you starting a newspaper, and they're not going to subsidize you killing your baby.
Yeah, that was a great rebuttal to that. I like how he isolated the issue. Sorry, go ahead and play it.
They said that there would be like sea monsters.
Yes.
And then a study came out that when whales have sex, they usually have threesomes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, where there's one female and two males, so there's more chance of her getting pregnant.
Good for them.
Yeah, and while the other male is waiting, he will flap his dick out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's
that was the sea monster.
And that was the sea monster. That what it looks like a tentacle, but it's a whale's dick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a great Portuguese insight. It does look kind of like a whale's dick right there. Yeah.
Now can you Google whale dick?
Yeah, please.
Sea
there it is
monster,
over
look.
there. Yes, on the right.
Absolutely. See?
Look at that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've learned something today.
Do you know how back in the
What if all conspiracy theories ended this way? Well, it was just a giant penis. No shit.
Just a really hairy guy walking in the woods.
Crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Daniel Garrity throwing a wrench into the conversation. We subsidize lawyers for defendants in speedy trials. I think that would be an easy one to talk around, though, because you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, and the burden of proof is going to be on the person, the accuser, right?
God, Will wants to support the Chipotle thing so bad.
They've had those for years.
Chipotle is a lifestyle bowl now in their app that are paleo, keto, and Whole30 friendly. Well, great.
They've had those for years.
Do they have one without seed oils?
Have you ever had Chipotle before?
Me? I used to live off that shit. There was one by my house. Shit was so fucking good.
Yeah, I just had it the other day.
Double meat, please. Double meat.
Yeah. My wife gets mad at me because that's really all I want to go eat.
Double meat. Yeah, exactly. My wife too. My wife hated it.
The one right by the gym sucked a lot, and then the one up the town over was really good.
What's the difference between a good one and a bad one? people who work there? Or?
Yeah, 100%. Like you come in and they just don't really care. They're closed an hour before they really actually close. They don't really have shit. It's not really being made up. The customer service sucks, which is crazy. Yeah, which is crazy because they have so much control over the brand. But yet I could go to one Chipotle and then I'm completely turned off from Chipotle for the rest of my life if I only go to the one that sucks.
Wow, where have I heard this before?
Dang, I wish they would do something about that. With all that control, you figure it would be just a fucking consistent product every single time.
Nah.
Damn, Susan's dropping bombs. How does Susan not work at HQ?
I really do work there.
Sevan wants a whole. Sevan wants whale cock worth of meat in his bowl.
Holy shit!
I love it when there's a new person working there, says Mike Sauer, and you ask for double meat and they load it up. I like it when they fucking give you. They would give you the guac for free.
Or when the new person scoops guac and it's like the whole ladle.
Yeah, you know that's going to be $1 extra. You know that. $1 extra.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah. Fuck off. I could have been eating already if you wouldn't ask me that.
Yeah. Take my money.
Double beat.
431. Is this true? What is Chipotle? It's McDonald's but with Mexican food.
Quite viral recently on TikTok for videos about BlackRock. What is BlackRock and how do they own everything?
Yeah, so BlackRock is an organization, it's a company publicly listed on NASDAQ that has tens of trillions of dollars of assets under management. They disclose that they have like 14 trillion, but that is only BlackRock. Then they own majority share in most of the companies in America. Right. So they also have money and funneled through all those things as well. So what companies? They own Pfizer, they own Moderna, they own all the airlines, they own all the social networks. So when you see all this stuff, all this agenda, kind of everybody working together, then you have to realize who actually owns it. This isn't a conspiracy. You go to Yahoo Finance, you go to top holders of all these shareholding companies, and you see BlackRock and Vanguard at the top. So you go to Amazon, for example, you go to Yahoo Finance, you go to Amazon, you go to the ticker of the stock, you go to top holders, and you realize Jeff Bezos ain't the biggest holder of Amazon. It's like, oh shit, he's no longer the majority shareholder of his company, so he doesn't make the final decisions, so he doesn't have the big say. The CEO of Bank Santander was sitting at a round table at the FII conference, and they were talking about what is the problem with the current system. And I think this was like a Freudian slip. She kind of slipped. I didn't think she intended to say this. She said, the big problem is that we have to make our investors in our...
We went quite...
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
I know, cut it off at a weird point.
Yeah. I thought he actually was going to say what was said.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is not in a good place in the fitness health continuum. Every idiot today can have a podcast. Well, that is true. BlackRock isn't a company, it's a whale dick. Hey, so I picture Andrew coming up with that line and being like, that's fucking good. But he's holding his kid in his hand, right? And he's got his phone in his other hand. He's all fucked up, but he's got to figure out how to type it, and he knows it has to be timely. Did you see it? Oh.
As he's also just sending it and just laughing hysterically at himself.
Yes. That was the biggest nothing burger ever played on this show. All right.
Turns out BlackRock owned that podcast and cut it early.
Yeah. 4:30. Nickelodeon. Oh, this one didn't sit well with me. This one's going to require us to do some Googling. We're going to have to fact check this.
Is it a Nickelodeon show?
You're going to see. It's not good. It's not good at all.
Oh, I liked Nickelodeon growing up.
Yeah, you're not going to like this at all. Guess where it goes. Hang on, before it goes, guess where it goes.
Probably some pedophilia thing.
Yeah, that's what I would think too. I forget. I can't remember if it is or not, but it's something Satan. It's some.
Yeah.
It ends up just not being good. Okay, here we go.
Might blow your mind, and then again, if you're used to it, it might not. So look, if you're a '90s baby like me, you were probably raised up watching, I don't know, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, stuff like that. I'm gonna show you something kind of interesting, right? So Nickelodeon, so that's a Latin name, but did you ever look at what this name meant? Let's find out. So if you go on Google and you type in translate to English, right? You're gonna be on this page right here. So you want to make sure you go to Latin, right? So detect from Latin to English. And then we're going to type in. We're going to do it in spaces. So N-I-C, and then a space, K-E-L-O, and then a space, D-E-O, right? Nickelodeon. That's everything with the exception of the end. But what does it say? It says, I don't care about God. God created the whole world with words. And I was saying this growing up, and I was watching this. Is it still a coincidence? Why would these billions of dollars, these companies that's worth billions of dollars, why? If God wasn't real, why would you spend all of this money and all of this time naming your whole like cartoon platform? Why would you name it? I don't care about God.
Look at Jeez Louise. That's reaching me. Okay, can you scroll back a little bit? I want to type it in.
Blow your mind.
I'm on that website. I want to type it in. Can you scroll back or no?
I don't think
Not
not on the real.
Yeah, I was gonna say not on real.
So a minute. This is absolute horse shit. How about just look at the etymology, Nicola? Well, so what was it? I wish I could spell it out. Oh,
I hate Nick.
Oh,
that's literally what I found.
Yeah, interesting. Is that how he spelt it out?
No, I forget how he spelled it out, but I think it was a little bit different than that.
All right, well, good.
Just keep fiddling with it till we get the answer we want.
Yeah.
That's not confirmation bias at all. I hate Nichols. Damn it, I knew it.
All right, well, good.
There was another one where they did that, like if you change it to Latin and you space it out.
Mike McCasey, this is stupid. The term Nickelodeon comes from a 5-cent jukebox popular at the turn of the last century. Yeah, God, is someone going to explain that to Mike? Oh my God. Yeah. That's the definition of the word. We're talking about that's the definition of the word in the United States, Nickelodeon. We're talking about the fucking roots of the word going back to the Latin roots, like all our words have, right? Do all our words have that?
Yeah. It's all like Aleo-Saxon, right? Which is the derivative from Latin.
The root is Greek. But someone knows. I hate good music. Nickelback. Damn. Hey, it's just another N word.
Oh my goodness.
Just another N word.
Nickels.
I kind of like those ones that are a little bit of a stretch though, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm glad. I'm gonna say we fact check that and it's bullshit.
Yeah, go ahead, let him know.
Yeah, you should DM him.
423 automated. Oh, is this I may have shown this yesterday. Oh yeah, I showed this yesterday. I don't think Sousa got to see this. Maybe you should just show him anyway before we erase it. Have you seen this thing, Sousa?
Oh, goodness. I think I've seen enough. I don't know.
I think it's CGI. I think we've decided it's CGI. It's not even a real machine, which really sucks.
Okay.
But watch. It's like something Kate Gordon would have.
At the trip. That makes me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable.
420. Woke is letting men into women's prisons. Oh, we may have already seen this one too. I'm erasing it. Oh no, here we go.
In incurable brain virus that's infected our country's entire leadership class. It started in the universities. Now it's infected our corporations. This infects every major sector of society.
Dad?
They are suffering from an incurable brain disease called wokeness.
The woke mind virus has infected a lot of institutions.
The woke mind virus will go down as more dangerous than the Wuhan lab virus leak.
They're saying it's a virus, some kind of parasite.
They've all been infected by the woke virus that has emasculated their brain.
They're saying it's mostly people in the city.
Tons of woke white people have all coalesced in those cities. And
We should get moving.
This woke sickness is already spread throughout our society. M&M's going woke.
Minnie Mouse is going woke. Mr. Potato Head is going gender neutral. American Girl dolls are going woke.
My Little Pony going woke.
Xbox has also announced they're going woke too.
Pizza Hut going woke. CVS goes woke.
Microsoft Word is going woke.
The military may be going woke again.
It is everywhere you look. I don't think I've seen anything spread so fast in my life.
It's everywhere. There's nowhere to go.
United Airlines wants to get a little bit more woke. Race and gender are irrelevant to who flies your airplane. Once you forget that, airplanes tend to crash.
What the woke mob is trying to do: silence opposition,
Silence our speech. They bully the population into silence.
It's pretty good, right?
That's pretty funny.
It did spread so fast. That's what I was saying.
Did it, or did it just reach a tipping point?
It's just weird how it infected the people that I thought would be the people who were against it. I guess I misunderstood. You think James O'Keefe's new thing is going to make it?
That's a good question. Do you think maybe he's got time to come on our show?
God, I hope so. I DM'd him. 412, we let prisoners go so that they won't get the flu. It's always a good sign. Shoot, I lost that one. What number is this? 412?
412.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
100 American fugitives.
Hey, can you imagine? Could they do this today?
They did it with a lotto winning too.
They did?
I think so. It was like you won some prize and and then you show up and they I don't know if that was also recent, but it was something like this where I watched it.
They told 3,000 people they were winning tickets to Redskins game, and when they show up there, they arrest you for some fucking warrant.
So those are low-level criminals. Not very good being paranoid or skeptics. Huh.
Oh my God.
And clearly pre-internet.
Jessica Pearson. Jessica, I think I got a package from you. And a nice letter, by the way. Thank you. I just saw a short on New York City teacher talking to kindergartners about figuring out their gender. Yeah, that's using words like non-binary, the fuck. They are kids. Yeah. Well, they are fucked now.
You did receive a package from her.
I did. Is that what she said?
Yep.
Thank you. She has a business. It's a CBD business. I think she sent me a cream. I need to look more closely. I should bring it in here in my office and show you. I don't think I did. Oh, this one just says boobs. 408.
She said use it on your back.
Oh, okay. I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, this is going to be great. My wife has big boobs. This is great. I like this already.
My wife has big boobs. You know why? Because I don't give up on my goddamn childhood dreams. I'm not a quitter. 8-year-old me fucking loves me. When I was 8, all I wanted was a girlfriend with big boobs and a race car bed, and I am halfway there. Big boobs are interesting. I feel for her because she can't really hide them. She can cover them up, but everybody knows they're there. It's like throwing a tarp over a porch of a house. No one looks at the house like, look at that house that doesn't have a porch. You can still see the shape and the side. You're like, that house has some big ass porches. Like, you know. My wife has big boobs.
That's funny.
That's why I think I can be a stand-up comedian. All right. That's a kind of a good one to end the show on, right?
It's a good positive note. It's a little something for everybody in that one.
A little comedy.
Something. Yeah.
Okay.
A little, what was it again? Kako and Dawkins.
Yeah, Kako and Dawkins. Jan Clark. I haven't managed to catch live this past week. Shame on you. Thanks for all the great shows and open coverage, Caleb. Caleb, show that video I sent you on IG. No, you cannot. No, you can't.
It's got to have a number attached to it.
Now
John.
you're in big trouble, John. I knew it. I knew you were saying too many nice things, John.
Fucking, jeez, look at him. Play number 536.
Do we have? There isn't.
No, I don't know. That's just a shot in the dark there. I was playing John.
Somebody tried to guess a number to select the other day, and out of the 500 that are on that list, we didn't have like 2 of the 3 he guessed.
Yeah, that was
really?
crazy.
I was like, how is that possible?
Oh, that's funny.
How about this? Is kind of a weird. How do you not just take him home? 280. How do you not just take him home? I wonder what that's in reference to.
John said, "Pushing my luck."
Yeah. He tried to buy us like Chipotle.
Yeah, you gotta have Frank money. Frank just upped the ante and fucked all you guys. You think your €4.99 gets you anywhere now?
Yeah, you're all fucked down. Frank recalibrated us.
Frank.
I wonder if there is a 69. We'll check after this. Okay,
He reset the big blind.
I wrote, why don't you just take this guy home? Here we go.
Step, bump, step, bump, bump, step, bump, step, bump, bump. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, bump, step, bump, bump. Step, bump, step, bump, bump. Pot of beret, kickball change, step, clap.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You know what would be good is if you hit kicked and then you kind of did that and then a barrel turn and then you know
That was good.
That would be.
That was really good. You a dancer?
No, not. I'm just drunk.
Up against your vehicle right now, sir. You're going to jail. She just.
Oh,
that show is awesome.
So good.
Jan Clark, please, Caleb, please add said video to the list. Do you know what he's talking about here?
I didn't know. I probably have an idea, but I get sent like 20, 30, 40, 50,
you
60,
guys
70,
are crazy.
80, a million videos a day.
Have you gotten to the point where you just don't even look at them anymore?
No,
Like
I'm still
them?
watching them and like, but I have I have to do it in sections. So if I don't respond to you in like immediately, it's because I'm waiting until I have I'm shitting or something, and then I'll scroll, because I don't really scroll through my feed anymore. I just go through my DMs and then I'll just.
Yeah, there's no time for the feed. The feed's just insanity.
The feed can get fucked. Yeah.
Nicholas Flores wants me to fucking twist his balls into That was I saw the Nickelodeon thing. I take full responsibility for that. I agree. That was stupid.
Trish is triggered.
Triggered
by that video.
I agree. That was dumb. Every once in a while there'll be a weak point in the show. Wow. Could you twist my left ball? Anything for you. I got whatever germs Sevan had last week. I feel like crap. It doesn't help that we can't go outside, even though I'm about to go outside. I can't believe it's Friday. I am so fucking pumped. We have Josh Bridges on tomorrow. What a good fucking life. I should sit around in the gym with my kids all day today and watch Andrew Hiller videos and then have Andrew Hiller on tonight. I really want to do like some midnight shows.
You've been saying that for a while.
You know, I'm just a puss.
Can we like change the theme or something? Like late night with Sevan.
Oh, that would be cool.
You intro the show.
I want to get Danielle Brandon on and find out if Torres is giving it to her.
Well, we already know the answer to that. Torres dressed so hip that I didn't realize he was like a coach when I saw him at Wadapalooza.
Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
like like you expect like the coaches to dress a certain way. It's just kind of like run of the mill, but he was like he was fucking hip and looked good, and like his clothes are probably designer, or maybe not. Maybe they're a thrift store. Like that's how cool he is. They look designer, but they're really their thrift store. Badass.
Yeah, he's kind of got that hair too.
Yeah, the hair.
The hair. Hey, what about this one? Kanye is Jewish. 266.
Are you deleting these off of these too? Are you like?
Yeah,
updating
I
that
am.
list?
I am.
Did we move it to Google Doc or was still?
No.
I know we didn't. I just wanted to say that.
Oh well, shit. That's awesome. That is Jew Kanye.
Caleb and I Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, you're good.
I was gonna say Caleb and I secretly we wanted to be a Google Doc because then we could switch out the links and stuff and just add total chaos. You just call a number and you're like, wait, which one was this? And then you play it and it's like something that we like snuck in there, like just like whoop, slid it in there. Okay, go ahead.
That's how we get John's link in there.
She's giving it to him, man. Oh, okay, maybe she is. Fair enough. Who am I?
West said he can't be an anti-Semite since he is Jewish himself.
I am Jew also. Do your research on it.
I wanted to learn more about his Jewish heritage.
So I went to his childhood friends to find out more.
That's where he lived. That was his childhood home, right up there.
It turns out Kanye is indeed from a family of Orthodox Jews right here in Brooklyn, New York.
I mean, some people called him the perfect Jew.
I bar mitzvah Kanye.
Really?
His bar mitzvah was in the synagogue down the block.
By lighting the menorah, I used to skip the candles by accident, and I always just say, Kanye, all the lights!
So that's actually from you?
Yeah, all the lights. That's for me.
His ad-libs are Jewish kvetches.
So this is where Kanye was chanting every day for years.
He would sit right here.
Why do you think he says all these negative things about Jews?
He's just a self-hating Jew like me, like you.
So Kanye wasn't lying. He really is one of the most Jewish people ever.
No matter where you may roam, you can always come back home.
No matter where you roam, you can always come back home.
Oh, they'll come back. They always come back.
Recently.
There you go. Jew.
Oh shit.
How about 241? Oh, this I think we've done this one. First trans. No, we're not doing this. It's time to go.
Okay.
3 hours and 17 minutes.
I gotta pee pretty bad. I just wasn't gonna break before you.
All right, fine. That's healthy. Yeah, that's pretty pussified if you have to pee before me. Guys, I tomorrow morning we have Josh Bridges on 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is a really weird time to have him on. But we're doing it, right? I'm looking at the.
Why is it a weird time to have him on?
Because he doesn't like to do morning shows.
That's an hour early or later for him though too, so it's like 8 a.m.
And I'm sure we'll open up the phone lines for that. Then Sunday we have a live call-in show, and then on Monday we have Ronnie Teasdale, Raw of Earth, and then on the 28th we have Brett Pike, homeschooling guru. That's gonna be fucking awesome.
Ba-boom.
Okay. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Frank, Curto, thank you again, dude. That's a new record.
Incredible.
Yeah. What a trip. Okay.